We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
I feel like that was the longest week ever.
Yeah.
Kind of felt like
It felt long because we were anticipating this new thing that we're not new, but new. Well, I guess it is kind of new.
It's new for us for like the stream.
That we dredged up from the
from the depths of the old universe.
We have done campaign necromancy here.
Yeah, it's also, it's new in terms of the stream, and it's also new in terms of it's a new addition for most of us.
Well, let's get into what we're.
We kind of played second edition last time, but we also played a horrible amalgamation. So
We played second edition in a way that we didn't know what was happening. We just made it work in a way that we wanted to, and that just happened to be what second edition turned out to be. So yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Worked out.
Like a weird amalgamation of first and second edition, but now
Yeah.
second edition of Urban Shadows is fully out, and that's what we're playing.
Yes. So, hello everybody, and welcome back to Powered by the House. Yippee! Yay!
Yippee!
I'm your center of the table. Nope. I am GM. I'm what? Huh?
Yeah.
I'm Madhouse, and I'm really excited, as you can tell.
Are you not the keeper
And-
of mysteries?
the master of ceremonies, I believe.
There it is.
What it is. Yeah, the MC.
Wow,
And
it's
Madhouse and the
MC Madhouse.
it's funny. Like Vampire the Masquerade, I feel like is a lot more pretentious, but they just go with storyteller.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I am the master of
Yeah,
ceremonies.
technically Master of Ceremonies is like, I think that's what it was called from like the original Apocalypse world, and that's what kind of went with. That's what it's done with.
It makes me feel important.
You shouldn't.
But tonight
Maybe
we're
a
bringing
little
you
too important.
Tonight we're bringing you an all different campaign. This time we're stepping away from Mass New Generation and jumping into its wicked distant relative, Urban Shadows, Second Edition.
Yeah,
Yippee!
new generation.
Let's fucking go.
So
I
yeah,
know the band. Nope.
Ram.
of course, we all know Urban Shadows because we've played it before and are very familiar with it because we've been gawking and fanning over all of the books and playbooks that have been coming out recently. But it's a role-playing game about supernatural drama, political intrigue, and, just city life and all the complications and weirdness that involves. As our characters are these chuckle fucks, play characters. And let's meet our players. It's Maya, Marcus, Ava, Cash, Dan, and the last one at the end of the table I don't want to talk about.
It's the
Camper.
white man.
And the Whiteman.
Kujakus.
Yeah, Kujakus is not a white.
Yeah. This time.
Neither white nor a man.
That's true.
But yes, let's this is our session 0 for Urban Shadows, so no rolling today, probably. But this is where we set up all the drama, all the nightmares, and where the snakery continues. It's already started. We haven't even started the game. The snakery's already been going.
I don't know what you're talking about, Madhouse.
I know you've all been up to shit, and I know, and you can't fool me. I've been GMing for you guys for like 5 years now. I know how you are.
Plotting in the background? Never.
Madhouse.
Oh my god.
You've known me for how many years now? Like 6 or 7?
It's too long. I have no idea.
You know that I don't fucking plan anything.
Yeah, you do the opposite in the worst way, where you just say and do things and it always backfires.
Yeah.
Case in
I don't
point,
like planning. I hate planning. Plans get you nowhere. in life.
where's the button for it? Oh, here it is.
At least I get bitches.
There we go.
Yeah.
You do things like that.
Yeah, you didn't plan for that.
I mean,
So,
I will say I don't think I did any like background plotting at the pre-sessions for Urban Shadows 1.
no, you did try to murder multiple people though, and then turn into a nightmare wraith monster.
Yeah, but that wasn't session 0.
Okay.
I
Well-
eventually got to murdering everyone else.
So I'm
Well-
hearing it's going to get worse the longer we play.
I will say this group that we have drafted up are less aggro as our first one, as in they're not as good at fighting. So we'll see how dark and political this one gets. But In Urban Shadows, it typically pushes MCs and players to take on an existing city and warp it into a shadowy political nightmare, but we don't have time for realism to that extent. So here at Powered by the House, we've created the city of Aesop Harbor, Connecticut, and then killed it, and then brought it back as this
And
amalgamation
now we're
nightmare.
gonna kill it again.
We're gonna kill it again.
Well, not all of it.
Ava, can you show off the map?
No.
Oh, okay. But I want to look at it.
Too bad.
Yeah. So, a quick little overview. Aesop Harbor is the city of stories. It's a place where the names of gangsters, scholars, politicians, and performers are all spoken in the same voice, in the same verse. There is a singing on the radio through a frequency heard by all, but understood by only those attuned to the true nature of the city of stories. She calls herself Saga, the voice of the harbor. She speaks in riddles and fables. Some spend their lives untangling her contorted parables and engineering conflict to gain her favor. To be preached about on the radio station is to become one of Saga's persons of interest, a main character. True power comes in becoming a living legend or a legend killer, leashing fate and transforming your own trajectory into destiny. In Aesop Harbor, a voice sings on the static through a hidden radio frequency. Good evening, listeners. This is Saga, the voice of the harbor, and you're tuning in to WTZK 99.5, The Chronicle. So, welcome back, everybody. Welcome! Yay!
Yay!
Does it feel good to be in Halcyon City for a bit?
A little bit.
Thank God. Thank God we're away from that hellhole. Now we're in a new hellhole.
Now
Yeah,
we're in an entirely different hellhole.
Well, we were
The
going to be away
Americans.
no matter what, so.
That's true.
So I guess we'll kick off this session 0 with a little bit of character introduction, meeting and re-meeting everybody. So just we'll keep it simple, and I'll post it here so I don't have to repeat it each time. But just who you are, the playbook you're using, your character, what they look like, their demeanor, and just the general gist of them. We'll get into specifics soon.
Soon TM.
So let's start at should we go across the table or should we go by circle?
I think across the table makes the most visual.
Yeah,
sense.
that seems
Yeah.
that seems like the best idea.
So Mir.
Me.
That's you.
Me.
Let's talk about you. Let's talk about your character. Who are you?
Well, I'm Maya, and I'm playing Alia Rashid, who is the Aware, which means she's part of the Mortalis faction.
Any general things about good old Alia?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, she is a news reporter who is still fairly new to the world of Supernatural, only found out about it fairly recently, I want to say. We'll figure that out more later in character creation. But yeah, she's out here to find the latest scoop and give it to everyone on the nightly news.
Yay!
Yippee!
I'm sure she won't get into any trouble whatsoever.
Oh yeah, no, totally. She'll be fine. She's definitely not good. She's definitely gonna put her nose only where it belongs.
Yeah.
What could possibly go wrong?
And
Every
she'll
time.
still have a nose by the end.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
Let's hope.
Let's check in on Marcus. Who are you playing?
Hi, I'm Marcus. I'm playing Ezra Brooks. Formerly skinny shithead from the Midwest, now slightly less skinny, slightly less shitheaded. Call him a bodyguard.
And what playbook will Ezra be?
Ezra is going to be the Sworn, part of the
Oh.
Power Circle.
All right. Let's jump over to Aver.
Trying to get tape over her mouth.
Oh no. Is it good? Are we good or?
Oh yeah, I can't actually hear Ava on the stream.
Mm.
Mm.
The whole stream time.
Yeah, oh, hi. Yeah, I muted myself on the stream so I could test it without interrupting the stream.
Oh, and then it muted.
There you
everyone.
go.
Okay. I don't know how it sounds on the stream. But
Yeah,
It's coming through, yeah.
It's a little quiet, but it's not that difficult to hear.
okay,
Mhm.
that's good. Anyway, so what do you care about? Tea? You're asking about tea?
Yeah, introduce yourself
so
and your character.
tea is a beverage that is it's created by you take leaves or roots or just generally parts of various plants. And you
swear to God.
Generally you powder them, you dry and powder them. Though you don't necessarily have to do that, but then you can boil that in water. You want to make sure to check what kind of tea you're making. I can keep going if you want me to keep going.
Now tell us about Theodora.
Tea is also... Oh, Theodora! Theodora. Thompson?
Yes, that one specifically. Introduce yourself.
So, Theodora Thompson is a name you should never call tea, unless you want to get kicked in the shins.
Okay.
I do.
And she's a shorty too, right? Like,
Yeah, she's like 5'2", 5'4". She's on the shorter end. But yeah, she's a girl from young woman. We'll go with that. From a small town out in Indiana. She's recently moved to Aesop Harbor. She's just trying to, start a new life in the city. College, maybe.
Yeah. Interesting things about Ezra and T. They are a little fun fact. They are formerly Monster of the Week characters from a campaign that I ran years ago.
I feel like we have missed a detail here. T just trying to make her way in the new city. What was her playbook again?
Oh yeah, what's her playbook?
She's the Tainted.
Okay. Well, let's move on.
Yeah.
Hey, Cash.
What's up? How's it going?
Cash, tell us about you and your character. Who are you playing?
Hello, I am Cash, but today I will be playing Kofi Shaw. He's a good old black man. He's been around in Aesop Harbor for a good while. What's a good while? Don't think about it. And the playbook I'm playing is the Immortal. I'm an old fuck. I look in my 30s, so I'm a good 30-looking young man.
I also just noticed something. Little spoiler, but one side of the table is core playbooks, and the other ones are expanded. I just noticed that.
It's
Yeah?
like that.
Some people just can't control themselves, it seems.
Gotta be weird.
Something fun comes out, you want to play it.
Well, let's jump over to our next person. Let's say hi to Dan.
Well, hello there. It's me.
It's
And Dan, who are you playing?
Oh, I am playing Richie LaRoche. Don't call him a roach.
Don't call him a roach. Is he a roach?
Is it LaRoche or LaRoche?
LaRoche.
Okay, I just want to
Say it right. Or else.
You and I are gonna
yeah.
have some trouble, aren't we?
I mean, we'll see, won't we? Yeah, but Richie is the scholar. He
Ooh.
deals with arcane artifacts and the like. And he's going to be like basically your magical drug dealer, I suppose.
And he's surprisingly not the oldest character at the table.
He's not the oldest numerically, but he certainly looks the oldest at 77.
Biologically decrepit.
Feels the oldest.
Yeah. I'm young at heart.
And last
I'm a
but not
young
least,
30 at heart.
last but not least, it's Camper.
Hello, it is I.
So Camper, who are you playing tonight?
I am playing Kujakis.
Kujakis.
He is the angel.
The angel. Oh wow, that's nice.
Yeah.
Anything else to know about Kujakis?
I don't think very much. I mean, I guess we could go over who he is the angel of. That might be
Yeah,
fun.
all angels have a god, so who is yours?
Yeah, he worships at the divine altar of Saga. As Saga is a storyteller, Saga's angels, or eidolons in this case, are the emotional aspects that make up the story, and Kujakis happens to be the eidolon. He prefers, well, he doesn't prefer it, but he thinks it's nicer to say he's the eidolon of passion.
Okay.
Yeah, passion.
What's the actual one though?
It would be more accurate to say he's the eidolon of fury. But you know, he can tap into emotions that aren't necessarily rage.
That's rage driven.
He just defaults to it.
Oh wow! Well, what a collection of characters we have here. I'm sure that they're all going to be best friends and not going to betray and kill each other the first chance that they get.
Why would we do that?
4 sessions. I give it 4 sessions, man. 4 sessions.
Four
That's
sessions?
very generous.
Oh my god, you are
Is that a
optimistic.
bet? Is that a bet, Cash?
Oh, it
That's
looks like
how-
someone is saying that they want Kujakis bad. Love that.
They didn't
Yeah,
say
I
that,
have-
They said I want them. Them could be.
Oh, I want them
anybody.
so bad. Oh,
Yeah,
I mean, who could that
Kujakis'
be?
pronouns is them, though.
Well,
Kujakis-
technically Kujakis goes by
I
a
mean-
lot of pronouns.
If you
Makes
look
sense.
if you look at our table, the only person here with explicitly they them pronouns is Mads. So I guess you got to admire Mads.
Am I Kujakis kin this whole time?
Yeah.
There are 2 wolves inside me. One is dead because Kujakis killed it.
Well, this is gonna get crazy. This is gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun, crazy, good time, right?
Yeah.
No, it's gonna be a fuck fest. It's gonna be bad.
No, I especially want Kujakis so bad.
Okay. Cool.
Yearning
Kujakis
for a
intro.
toxic relationship.
Yeah. Well, let's get into the backstory and probing questions. And just kind of jumping into the character, learning more about them. And of course, probing questions can be asked by me, the master of ceremonies, or anyone else at the table who wants more clarification, context. And it's just a nice way to explain your character or even flesh them out a little bit more.
Yeah, this is my second favorite part of Session 0.
It's the best. I love this part of Session 0. What's your favorite part of Session 0, Camper?
Well, I love the debts because so much drama gets involved. But we're
Oh,
not
yeah.
there yet. We're not there yet.
We're gonna build up.
I
Not
love
yet.
debts because
Can't
they
laugh
can
yet.
involve a fairy circle and $2,000.
They stole my fucking mushrooms, and I'm still mad about it. Goddamn van wizard. Anyways, let's talk about Alia.
That's me.
That's you.
That's me. I'm still figuring out her voice. I feel like it's gonna be something like this, like news reporter. Welcome back to the news.
So, Alia Rashid. We have a few backstory questions and probably a lot of probing questions. So, let's get
Alright.
into it.
You want me to answer these in character? It doesn't matter.
You could do whichever one you'd rather do.
Okay. Cool.
So, first up, you're unaware. How did you discover the supernatural?
Oh, yeah. Well, the way any good reporter finds a news story, by stumbling upon something they were never meant to find. I've been working for the news for years, but after the divorce, which we don't need to dwell on more than that, I dove deep into more investigative work, which kind of led me to go wander around looking for things to write about. Since, the best stories are the ones that, aren't really that aren't in plain sight, And that's when I happened to find a certain, dare I say, Roach's shop. There was a lot of very strange and arcane items that just were like, hey, magic is real. And, I clearly wasn't supposed to be there, but I found it. I made a habit of visiting to try and figure out the stories behind these items. That led me to discover more from there, and that's basically where it kind of went from.
So really, if you get involved with something that gets you or your family endangered, it really is Richie's fault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds
You
bad.
should have
No. No. She signed away all her all the dangers associated as soon as she entered the shop. That's how it works.
The contract is when you walk through the threshold.
That's how it works. I don't remember signing a contract.
So,
Oh, you
Alia,
don't need to.
Alia, you mentioned the divorce.
Yeah.
So you were married.
Yes, for a bit, but we've been separated for a bit now. We just had different priorities in life.
Was there a key factor that caused the split, or were it just drifted apart?
A little bit of this, a little bit of that, really. It's just sort of the passion died out, and I was very, invested in my work where he wanted to do more, wanted to be more family oriented, and I simply didn't have time for that. And it was just, a lot of factors kind of piling up, and eventually we just sort of, I think especially given we have a kid and that I admittedly haven't been around to raise her as much, but.
Interesting.
Yeah, just because, I love her and all, but I have a job.
I love women's wrong.
What?
I love my kid and everything, but Mama's got to work.
Mama's got to work, baby.
My work is important. Journalism is important.
Yeah.
So, Alia. Oh, did anyone else have a probing question there? No? Okay.
It looks like Remy has a probing question.
I don't want to look it around.
How rude.
How long have you been in the city?
Though is yes. Next question.
Yeah.
How long have you been in the city, Alia?
Quite a bit. Not my whole life, though. I first got here when I attended New Alexandria from undergrad, and I just sort of, stayed after graduation. I like the city, I like the people. So I know it pretty well by now.
Okay. So you're a transplant, but this is now your home, basically.
Yes. Yeah, where I came from before really isn't relevant, just,
Yeah. Do you know what you study while you're at New Alexandria?
Journalism.
Of course.
Yeah, that actually makes sense.
Yeah,
I have
that
a
checks
question.
out.
Yes.
Has Alia or her family ever wanted to move somewhere else?
Oh, that's a good one.
Actually. I feel like her husband probably has considered it before, but because Alia has such a specific career rooted in this city, it'd be kind of hard for her to translate somewhere else at this point.
So another.
Yes, I think she she got into the news network that she is at right after graduation or something. It just hasn't left since.
So just another kind of abrasive difference. Really.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
She really plants herself in.
Yeah, she's got a gaslight geeky girl boss, and sometimes that means you gotta divorce a guy.
Yeah, she really plants herself. She always makes sure she stays invested in where she is, except marriage.
Except her child.
Yeah.
So, Alia, what mortal commitments keep you from leaving your old life behind? You seem very work focused, but what keeps you, balanced, keeps you there?
Yeah, well, given the fact I've learned that the supernatural is a thing, and frankly, that only makes me want to do my current work even more. Frankly, I've added on basically extra work for myself since I can't exactly show the supernatural stuff on the news. They'll think I'm crazy or something. But I have started up a second thing I did start up a second sort of news network just for this sort of supernatural stuff, equivalent to that one radio broadcast that I picked up on after figuring things out.
Yeah.
Except it's on a public access channel, at night. But in terms of my mortal commitments that keep me from, going full time into that, I am still employed by the news network in the day, and I have bills to pay. I have a kid to feed. I do need to make sure I actually do investigative work that gets me paid, because the supernatural work doesn't exactly pay.
You could say that you've got bills to pay, you have mouths to feed, and ain't nothing in this world is free.
Ain't no rest for the wicked.
So you do reporting work on supernatural stuff. Who do you broadcast that news to? Is it just to other people within your circle of mortalis, or just generally the city, whoever's willing to listen?
Generally the city. It's on a public access channel on the cable network.
Mystically protected, more likely.
I mean, I don't know, maybe.
It's on public access, but it's like in between like the fake tarot reading that you call in on like a 1-800 number to get. So like
Yeah, it's
nobody who
Yeah.
doesn't know it's real is
Yeah,
paying
exactly.
attention.
Like, you know,
Yeah,
if you don't know what's going on, you might assume that it's, if you're just a normal person watching, you might assume that it's just, you know, fake. But those who know will know, and hopefully those who, you know, tune in who don't know can realize that it's true.
the
That's
closest
my
it,
hope anyway.
the closest it gets to like normal people knowing about it is some people thinking it's an ARG for like some product.
yeah.
Like, okay, well,
Yeah.
I want to know who the fake king is, but I can't follow some of this information.
They're watching it like it's Night Vale or something.
Yeah, that's her intent with it, honestly. But she's like,
Imagine it has a similar vibe to like 2 a.m. Adult Swim programming.
yeah, probably.
The-
Because
the
a lot
fucking
of
infomercial
live
block.
too is the thing. Like
Yeah.
a lot of it is like kind of live because it's like news, you know.
Okay. So you have a boss at the Aesop Harbor News Network. What's your relationship with your boss like?
I mean, I've known him for a bit. He was still the boss when I, you know, was first brought into the network. So, you know, typical old white man working in the news. You know, he's fine. I'm not particularly close with him or anything, but he's, you know, he could be worse.
Okay.
He is
And
definitely a bit. Yeah, he definitely tends to call me in at inconvenient times, though, which is quite annoying.
what about your daughter? Like, I mean, in terms of like what she does she share your passion for journalism and investigating? You have a good relationship with her?
I mean, I take her to school and things sometimes. I frankly, she tells me a bit about things, but my mind is so focused on other things, like I don't exactly retain all of it. I don't think she's into journalism, though.
Okay.
I mean, she's still fairly young. She's 14.
Basically a new teen. You're a freshman in high school.
Yes,
Okay.
around, yeah.
Right. What mortal aspiration have you given up?
Yes. Really, at this point, any hope of remarrying? Because frankly, like, I don't know. I've realized that, you know, relationships just get in the way of what's important for me. And what's important for me is getting, you know, the news out there, getting the good scoop, getting the word out. And, you know, now that I have twice as much work as usual, I definitely have no time for that.
Interesting. And what powerful faction or person are you currently investigating?
Yes, currently I'm looking into a specific man, actually, a very specific person, Kofi Shaw. It's one of the cases where usually when I'm investigating supernatural people, I can sort of get an idea of what sort of creature they are, like if they're a normal human with magic powers, or if they're a vampire, werewolf, or what have you. But I have no idea what he is. He's an enigma. But like, I've heard stories and rumors that, you know, he's been around longer than he seems, and that there seems to be always strange things happening whenever he's around. So I'm trying to figure out what exactly he is.
Interesting. And when did you first learn about this Kofi Shaw figure?
Yeah, I mean, quite frankly, it was by complete chance. Frankly, a lot of my investigation work happens by complete chance nowadays.
Chaos theorist over here.
Yeah, because it's hard to, like, when I was first getting started, it was hard to find things on my own. I had to kind of start networking and get connected with people in the supernatural community, which was a bit hard as an outsider. So, but I sort of heard a few rumors at first, and then I just randomly saw him while investigating one day, and I was like, "That's strange. That's weird." You know?
All right. Yeah, and he's a strange, weird guy, I'm sure. Well, we're gonna leave Alia for now. We're gonna jump over to the other side of Mortalis. and let's say hello to old Richie LaRoche. The Roach.
Well, hello there.
Hey there, Richie.
Hey,
Tyler.
Yeah, I certainly have been in this city for a long time now, haven't I?
Yeah, how long have you been in this city?
Well, it's been about 77 years now. Been living here all my life, and I intend to stay here all my life.
Oh boy, wow! So you're focused. You're this is your place to be. This is your home.
There's no finer place in all the USA.
Well, I'm sure people have to have a lot of opinions on that statement, but
Well, on the plus side, if he wants to live here the rest of his life, he's very close to accomplishing that goal.
Every other person can have their opinions, but I have mine, and I'm gonna stick to them.
I love them already. So, when you were younger, which I know is a far memory for you, did you always want to stay in Aesop Harbor, or did things just kind of pan out that way?
Oh, wow. When I was growing up in this city, I always felt there was something mystical about this place. Something just beneath the surface that I couldn't quite tell, but I just felt in my heart. I just knew from when I was young that I wouldn't trade going anywhere else.
Okay. So there's something about this city that you just love.
Oh, yes, exactly. Well, if I would have to pin it down, when I was a good young boy of 14, I met this man, Mr. Boris Mirowski. He's the one who really got me into the trade, you see.
Oh, and Boris Morawski, that's not a just a commoner name. That's a very powerful figure. He's of the family. He's one of the biggest factions in downtown in Aesop Harbor as a whole. And he mentored you, right?
Oh, yes. He's a great man, honest man. Love him. Just shame we couldn't keep that relationship for as long as one would hope.
Yeah, you met him when you were 14. What happened? Was there a falling out?
Well, after a couple of years, you know how things are. When you're young, you wish to spread your wings a bit, go out on your own, but I just didn't feel like I could fully spread my wings so long as there was someone over me looking to take their piece of the pie, you see. I wanted to have all of what I earned, you know?
So Richie hates pyramid schemes is what I'm hearing.
Man, this guy's he's gonna be Illuminati.
No, I don't deal with those types.
So did you, was it kind of like, it seems like it was a betrayal of sorts, but was it was it more of just like, kind of just like speaking against him, or did you do something like physically directly during that time?
Well, I would never, ever do something, like physical to harm the man. That would be going against what I believe in. All I did was make sure I got what I was owed. Oh. Nothing more, nothing less.
Did you
And whether or not he fully realized the magnitude of what I felt I was owed is one thing he may or may not have come to realize yet. Or maybe he has. But if he has, he hasn't come to collect on me.
Okay. And how old were you when you left? his mentorship?
Oh, wow. That was... what was
76.
it? No. That was good. 50 years ago at this point.
Oh wow! So you were with him for a while, huh?
Well, like I said, he taught me most everything I know. And by the time I got everything, it was time to leave.
Okay. All right. So who in the city do you love, despite their trepidation for your work?
Well, I mean, love is certainly a strong word, but if there's anyone in this city that I've come to taking a liking to, it's one of the new students from the university moved just across the hall from me. Name's Sky. They're a good kid. I'm really enjoying their times when they're speaking to me.
Wow.
It's good to talk to the youth nowadays, get to know how they're doing.
Does it feel like a father-child kind of relationship?
Well, seeing as I ain't a father myself, I suppose you could say that one could say I'm trying to be fatherly to him, giving him advice and whatnot, steering him in a good direction, you know?
Oh, yeah. Okay. And does Sky know exactly what it is that you do?
Well, I've given him hints, so to say, you know? You can't just go out and say you're working with the arcane. That's a one-way ticket to having someone calling you crazy now. No. You gotta be subtle and give it to slow, like. You can't just be forceful with these things. And besides, they're young. They gotta choose their own path to how to live their lives. I can't be forcing this whole magic and underground business on them.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
If it seemed like Sky were going to be exposed to the supernatural, were going to be dragged into this kind of world, would Richie try and avert it if he could?
Well, if I thought it would lead them to danger, as if what they're getting themselves into is a little above their head, I think I'd probably steer them in a better, safer direction. Whether the time comes where safety lies in the arcane, we'll see if that day comes.
So it's like Richie's going for guardrails rather than like obstruction.
Yeah, I ain't trying to chain them down to any path, but I am gonna try and make sure the path they do go down isn't one that's gonna lead them to doom, you see. Because I've seen a lot of people go down that path over the years.
Alright. Richie, what status 3 member of another circle has proven to be a surprising patron?
Well, as you might be able to tell, I've been in this city a long time, and I've been dealing with the arcane for a long time. So there are quite a lot of people who have been looking to make use of my shop and my ability to gather items. And the latest patron, you could say, of my services would be a Mr. Shaw, Kofi Shaw.
Oh, that's a name that's been bouncing around tonight a lot. Interesting.
And it bounces to the grave.
Is there a reason for that? I mean, I'm sure like you've been alive for a while. Kofi has probably been alive for a while. What does the relationship between the two of you look like?
Well, he asks for something, I deliver. It's business, you see, but it's business with trust. I've always done my best with him because he's a customer I can rely on. I know his nature. He ain't going nowhere. At least, not anytime soon. So, I see it as my duty to give him the best business I possibly can. And in return, he gives me what I'm looking for, you see. And what I'm looking for may be a bit more out there than some of my other business associates may be looking for.
Okay. Oh. So, Richie, you deal with the arcane, with the relics and stuff. Possibly may have stolen a few or whatnot. But what arcane relic have you sought for years? Something that's been just out of your grasp. Something that you really want.
Okay. First of all, I will say, I didn't steal anything.
Okay.
I hope you don't make that assumption now. But of all the things I have been looking for, I would say the thing that most interests me is the veil.
The veil?
That's right. The chromatic veil. Said to bring one to Xanadu.
And what does that mean? What does it bring? What is Xanadu? What does it bring you to? Where or who?
Well, as you may or may not know, Xanadu is the city of everything. It is said to be the place where opulence and how should I word this? Knowledge unending is. It's a goal to reach Xanadu. And it's said that this veil can help shepherd one into getting there.
Oh, okay. That does sound, for a scholar, that sounds like a dream of a place to be.
Yes, indeed. It's everything I've worked my entire life for. And I'm going to make sure I meet that place one way or another.
Okay. Well, I believe, does anyone else have any questions? Going once?
Have you had any strokes lately? Are you healthy?
Are you healthy?
You're old.
Now, Mr. Shaw, I can assure you that I'm as strong as an ox. I've been here working every day and every night in this city. I haven't had a sick day or any such thing since the day I started working here, and I don't intend to have one going forward.
This man gonna become immortal just out of pure stubbornness.
I have a question. So you're in the older end of things. have you ever had any like family in your life, or is it mostly been just kind of you?
Oh, well. My family was, one could say, destitute when I was still young. It's the reason I got into my mentorship with Mr. Marowski. As for, after that point, I took care of my folks. But, as for, finding love and, all that, I didn't find no one I truly felt a connection with. So I didn't feel a need to, raise no young or nothing.
Okay.
Oh, I believe that wraps up our mortalis section of the table. Sections of the table. We have no one in night. Rip. So let's jump over to power.
Whoa.
So let's start off with Kofi.
Yes, sir.
So Kofi, the immortal. You're a pretty big deal, huh?
You be around sooner or later, you're gonna be a big deal if you live as long as I live.
Yeah. How much longer do you think you got left to live?
Not much.
A lot longer because I'm smarter than most of these dumbasses around here.
So, Kofi. When did you discover your mortality?
Somewhere around 3,000 years ago. Can't really remember. It's been a long ass time, but
3,000?
back in my tribal days, you get stabbed a lot and you don't die. Something will click sooner or later.
So you're old, very old.
Yeah.
Really civilizational old.
Yeah, I'm not 10,000-year-old. I'm not the old ass Neanderthal old, but like
You're like
young
Iron
tribal.
Age old.
Yeah, but in Africa.
Okay. Well, birthplace of humanity. at least one of us is going to be immortal, I guess.
Yep.
So yeah, you're from like a kind of a more like very early human thing you spoke about in your tribal days. Did you have any mystical elements or beings that you encountered back then while you were learning about your mortality?
A few of our gods that my people believed in, and a few monsters. Because no matter where the fuck you go, you will find someone or something that's just not right. It wants to kill you.
Yeah. Was there a specific god that you subscribed to back in those days?
A Nazi.
A god of stories.
Yeah. For some reason, I had a connection for a long time. Never knew why, but I felt connected.
Funny enough, also a trickster god. I could only imagine why you feel so connected and relatable. So Kofi,
fun in your life. What's the point?
Going from 3,000 years ago Africa to modern day United States is quite the journey. How did you get to America, or when did you get to America? I guess.
Oh, I got to America like many of my brethren on chains.
Old transatlantic slave trade.
Yeah. It caught me slipping. I didn't realize what was going on. And a mage of some sort was around back then. Found me interesting. I didn't know how to deal with magic and was slaved for a while.
Were you a slave for the entire existence of slavery in the United States, or did did you happen to run away or find freedom before then?
Well, I found freedom. Came with some help, but I found freedom. Let's just say I wasn't a good man during those times.
Did you know John Brown?
Yeah. Yeah. When I said I had help, I had help.
I had John Brown to help me.
Dude, you couldn't ask for better help.
somewhere.
He's the reason that I don't hate all white people.
Somewhere in Kobe's penthouse, there's an oil painting of him and John Brown and like Harriet Tubman like standing like back to back.
Yeah, it's that one picture of John Brown with the tornado in the background,
Oh.
but if you look really close in the tornado, you can actually see Kofi.
They always edit him out of the picture. He had that done specifically so people wouldn't know.
Yeah, people need to forget that I was around back then. So
Yeah, he is
So,
in
yeah,
the original print.
So, abducted via the transatlantic slave trade, enslaved in America, eventually escaped. So, where did you spend your time in the decades before you settled in Aesop Harbor?
around back then, I got the whole slavery stopped being legal thing. I traveled a lot. Went to Japan at one point. Sooner or later, I found my way back to America. Settled in Mississippi, and I stayed there for a while before coming to Aesop.
Okay. So you kept yourself kind of going, just exploring,
Yeah.
learning, really. Okay.
Yeah.
And then found your way back.
There's a lot of supernatural people. There's a lot of supernatural people out there. I'm one immortal. I can meet a lot of people in a good long time.
I could, Aesop Harbor had most of its population, its black population, pulled in during the Great Migration. Racism in the South pushing black people up north. Did you also follow that pull, or was there something else that drew you into Aesop Harbor when you eventually moved here?
Honestly, I wanted to get away from Mississippi, so I just followed people.
Okay.
And I just landed up in Aesop Harbor.
What a great time to be there. At the height of industrialization in America.
Yeah. Still didn't get good pay, but it was something.
No, you didn't. You barely got a job. Good. That's good. So, you've been in the city for quite some time now, at least somewhere near a century, if not more.
I had to change my identity a few times because I lived too long.
But this is now your home, and you've kind of settled here for whatever reason. You have started some life here. Who is a mortal in your employ that you've grown overly fond of over the years?
Cora Harrison. She works at one of my museums.
Okay. What does she do there? Is she like a docent, security?
Security. She's really good at beating the fuck out of people. I learned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
so she's great. She works security.
And what is it about her that has drawn you and that makes you so fond of her?
Reminds me of old friends I knew. She got a fight in her that won't seem to die. She looks stubborn, acts stubborn, and will not give up.
Okay. And you've been here.
I know.
You've been here for a while, obviously. Which not everyone's going to be your friend in Aesop Harbor. So, what supernatural ally do you fear secretly working against you?
Oh, this bitch right here, man. Like, she's fun to be around. We had good parties and shit, but god damn it. You can trust her as far as you can throw her, and you can throw her not that far. She's very clingy. But Amelia.
Of the New Bloods, a powerful faction in Aesop Harbor. Amelia Harper's a very known face, a socialite of sorts.
Yeah, and she drags me to parties.
Yeah, okay. So you guys have some history.
Yeah. random history, but yeah.
I mean, you guys obviously consider yourselves allies. Why do you think she would betray you?
She tasted my blood once, and you can see a look when a vampire tastes something that they really want. I don't want to be around her a lot because nowadays she don't look at me as a person, but as a commodity, and a commodity that she wants to lock away. And I don't like being chained or anything like that. So, yeah, we could be friends. Just don't drink my blood.
Okay. Yeah, I asked my friends to do the same.
Kofi doesn't trust a suckhead.
A suckhead is
No,
great.
I have a vampire. I have vampire friends. Look, I have vampire friends. I just don't want ones who are addicted to my blood.
He's one of the bad ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Kofi's not
Does anyone else?
We're at parties.
Yeah, Kofi can't be prejudiced against vampires. He has vampire friends.
Does anyone else have any questions for Kofi?
What's
yeah,
your
I have a
favorite
question.
year?
The future.
Favorite year, anytime after not now. Anytime after now.
So, the future.
Yeah. Nowadays it's still bad for black people. I'm just a powerful black man and can barely get away with most of the shit I do.
I have a question. Cremation or burial?
Neither. They're both hurt, and it will take forever for my body to come back.
Okay.
Interesting. We'll get to that beef later. But first, let's finish off the power circle. Let's say hello to a little transplant here. Let's say hi to Ezra Brooks.
Azora.
Ezra, good to see you again, buddy.
It's great to be here.
Yeah,
Kind of.
it's good to be anyway. I've been dead for some time now.
And it's weird because I just got out of like some kind of cube. They call it stasis. I don't really get it, but
So, Ezra, you are a sworn. Means you have sworn something. You are working for someone, something, some bodies. First of all, I just want to know who is it that you're sworn to?
well, I work for a group known as the Reformation.
Okay, I've heard that name around. Who leads that, by the way?
I believe the person you were just talking to, Mr. Shaw.
I've got to cut off so many people to get to him.
You are a popular guy, aren't you?
I've been around for a long ass time.
I mean, he's kind of my boss. He's great.
Okay, so why did you swear this oath to the Reformation, and by extension, Kofi Shaw?
Well, it just felt familiar. Being someone to like protect people and deal with, I guess, threats, supernatural or otherwise, on the daily. It's old habits die hard.
Okay. And excuse me, sorry. Why does it feel so familiar? Have you protected people before from supernatural threats?
Oh yeah, when I back when I was growing up, I always had a hand in we'll call it the neighborhood watch. After a while, it just sort of came naturally to help out when there were some weird goings on.
You would say that you are something of a monster hunter?
I mean, that entirely depends on who's asking.
That's dangerous work, regardless. Well, you know have left that little small town Indiana behind, and now you're here. Congratulations, you made it out. More than what some people could say.
Yeah.
How long have you been here in Aesop Harbor?
I mean, technically speaking, I was born here, but I moved out when I was still like a real little kid. I don't remember a whole lot. After I moved out of Hazelwood, Indiana, it's been a couple years since I moved back. I really wanted to like connect with where I was born, and wanted to go to college. I ended up getting a scholarship at New Alexandria University, actually.
Oh, okay. That's nice.
Was it the Kofi Shaw Fund for Indiana experts?
Was a scholarship from Kofi Shaw?
This time, no, not me.
I mean, I feel like I've recognized that name before, but I'm not sure from where.
So, a mysterious scholarship to New Alexandria.
Yeah.
Locking that one away for later. Can't wait.
Granted, I had to take a gap year in my college because some personal matters came up. But
what personal matters?
I had to. My sister passed away. Not biological. I grew up in a foster home, and my foster sister passed away in an accident. I wanted to pay my respects in person.
So did you go all the way back to Hazelwood for that?
Yeah, I went all the way there. Wanted to make sure everything was all right.
Okay. I'm assuming it wasn't. She did. But you know. Well, well, that's. I'm glad you're back. Focused on school again. And your oath and your. Who trained you in the ways of your order? I mean, obviously you were a teenage monster hunter, but you know now you're working as basically a glorified knight. Who trained you?
That would be Miss Monroe of the Reformation. She really kicked my ass in the high gear.
Yeah.
It had been a good long while since I've done any kind of training, like in this kind of capacity anyway. And she helped me keep a little bit of a better handle on my quote low profile unquote.
Yeah. Was your training more like physical or more intellectual, or
it was a little bit of everything. Like we went over some of the basics, but a lot of it was more. She called it on-the-job training, but it was a lot of really getting reads on people, interrogation, some might call.
Interesting. Okay.
And making sure that those not supernaturally inclined are kept as far as much of a safe distance as they can be, given the situation.
All right. And what is your relationship with old Fable Monroe now?
Well, She's like the best way I can put it is like she's my manager, and then Mr. Shaw is like her boss almost. I mean, they're kind of like in this group. Like they all they all have meetings together. I'm usually not invited, but they're all kind of they cover each other's backs.
Okay. Interesting. So, you have you're obviously serving this order, the Reformation, which are known to people in the know, a group of black mortals. What marks you as different from your masters?
Well,
Go and say it. Go ahead.
Not like them, insofar as the obvious, of course, but
What's the obvious?
also,
What obvious thing? What is it?
I mean,
I'm a Capricorn.
I'm Capricorn. I am Caucasian from the mountains of Caucasus.
Who damn white knight is this?
Whose goddamn white baby is this? I'm not like them insofar as the obvious, of course, but also I had given up what makes us more similar
Your melon.
to. What? No. They're immortals. I used to be.
Oh.
To deal with a recurring problem when I was back in high school.
You want to talk more about that problem? I mean, it's not everyone just throws away immortality.
Yeah, it must have been a pretty big deal to stop being immortal for.
I mean, it was kind of a sealing ritual. It's a lot of magical contracts and loopholes and a lot of magical jargon. I don't want to bore you with it. The key point is it shouldn't be an issue anymore. Shouldn't being the key word.
Do you know what made you immortal before you gave it up, or why you were immortal, or?
Honestly, I think it might have just been. Maybe he's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline.
Products got it.
I'm not entirely sure myself. It just felt like it was right, almost. Like it was something that had to happen.
Okay. Destiny, you could say.
It could be, in fact, destiny.
Yeah. And a little last question. Whose disappearance are you investigating?
I'm not sure where you heard that from, but I am investigating the disappearance of my fiance, Tamisha Holmes.
Oh, okay. And beyond being just your fiance, like, why is Tamisha so important to you? Do you guys meet in college earlier? Like, what happened? What's the story? Tell us.
We grew up back in the Midwest. We certainly got each other out of a fair few scrapes, and one thing then led to another, and we ended up together. When I got back from the wake, she hadn't come with me. and I figured it would have been fine. I assumed she had her reasons not wanting to open old scars, I guess. At least I thought so. Then, when I got back, she had since vanished with little more than a note saying something along the lines of, "I'll be fine, trust me."
Oh, okay. So it doesn't seem like she was, well, most likely that she wasn't kidnapped, but that she kind of went deep undercover somewhere.
I mean, she was the daughter of a police chief. It makes sense that she wanted to do a little bit of investigation work on her own, but, like, it's something still smelled off. For lack of a better phrase.
Do you know what she...
Something wasn't right.
Do you know what she theoretically could be investigating?
I mean, there were a couple of things that she really wanted to take a look at, but between the group calling themselves Night Watch, I think she called them, and some, I don't even really know what to call them. They call themselves Legion, I think. It's weird. I don't really get it myself, but I just want to make sure that she's safe.
Misha Holmes, the Demon Hunter. And sorry, can you tell me again, when was the last time you saw her? When did she disappear?
It was a little after I had gotten back from the wake. Like, a week or two after.
Okay. So, emotionally not a great time for your fiancé to just disappear.
Yeah.
For that burned a little.
It was a lot. But,
right. Does anyone else have questions for good old Ezra? Going once? Going twice? Sold. Alright. We're exiting the power circle and entering the worst circle imaginable. Wild.
Yay!
What do you mean by that?
I mean, look at the players that are in it. It's villain for hire camper and being an Ava character is suffering Ava.
Please, people can't hire me.
People can't hire me.
I'm freelance.
I do it for the love of the game.
You can't hire me, I'm volunteering.
I wouldn't even accept a paycheck.
Let's kick things off with the angel Kujakis.
Hey.
So you're weird.
What are you talking about?
Kujakis, you are an angel of Saga, right?
Yeah.
Strange. Who would have known that Saga was something beyond? Most people just think she's a weird voice on the radio or have their own speculations. No one ever expects her to be godlike.
They're not supposed to.
There is an enemy in this city that you were sent here to deal with. Why were you selected by the choir to fight against it?
Well, I'm the symbolic eidolon of fury, vengeance, and anger. There was no better choice to avenge Saga and to force the rebellious elements breaking their chains to cease their existential tantrum. Besides which, of the feelings this evoked in Saga, unfortunately, one of the two wasn't around.
One of the two.
When someone betrays you, what do you feel?
usually a pretty angry and a little bit say a little bit sad. It probably hurts my feelings a bit.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, I'm here, so.
Oh, are you saying that there's an of, I guess, sadness?
Not for long.
Oh!
Wow, I can't believe
I was
you
gonna-
just said no one can be sad ever.
No, so you will be happy or angry and you will like it. Interesting. Kujakus, what is your opinion on your god, Saga?
Seems like a loaded question. Saga's the storyteller. Everyone has a story, everyone has to follow that story to its conclusion. Otherwise, the listeners have nothing to listen to. Without the story, everything falls apart.
Interesting. Well, those are some frightening stakes, I'd say.
I wouldn't be here if it weren't serious.
Fair. You mentioned a fellow Eidolon like yourself. Who is it? It seems you got like a little bit of beef with them.
Salamas.
Ah.
He is the Eidolon of grief, sorrow, of loss. So she's going to be the Eidolon of getting stabbed in the fucking head.
Very strong feelings for you, Kujakus.
They're the only kind I have.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense. So, who in the city do you suspect knows more than they are letting on?
The immortal asshole.
Does the
Kofi
immortal-
Shaw's been around a long ass time, which meant he's been in the city a long ass time, which means he knows a lot more than most people do. And if I ever encounter a dead end in my search, I figure I'll just hit him up or hit him until I find out more. Best thing about him being immortal is even if I do accidentally go too far and kill him, I'll just find him again. The stabbings will continue until morale improves.
Well, is immortality such a bad thing to have? I mean, isn't that
Stories
good? Doesn't
have
it
to end.
Oh. Well. Sorry, Kofi.
Look, I saw this coming today. I saw him looking at me.
Kujakus, what, this form that you've taken isn't typically what you look like, I'm assuming, given that you're not from around here. What do you hate most about your near mortal form?
It has limits. Specifically, it doesn't let me feel or reveal the absolute peak of my feelings. I can only feel so much rage and so much passion before this body just starts melting underneath my fury.
Interesting. That feels worrying for everyone involved, but we'll get back to that later. Well, now I'm wondering, what do you like about this mortal form? I mean, what unexpected pleasures have you discovered about being human?
So, I will admit, my experience with emotions, my experience with feelings and the tales that come with them has been disconnected, sort of theoretical, I guess. It's interesting to me to be surrounded by different stories, to have a bunch of people with a bunch of feelings who reveal those feelings on a whim. They're not necessarily the ones I want to be feeling, the ones I want to be experiencing, but it's interesting the depth of those feelings.
A little abundance. You can spoil yourself even.
Mm.
I mean, that does sound very fulfilling. Are there ever moments where you think about staying in Aesop Harbor if you complete your mission? Sorry,
No.
when you complete your mission? Oh, okay. Well, there we go.
My presence here is a problem. The only reason I'm here is to deal with this so that we can go back to being disconnected Eidolons. I'm not meant to change the story.
Oh, interesting. So the story seems very important to you. Saga's grand tale that she tells throughout the city. How bad would it be in your eyes or your god's eyes if you change the story intentionally or unintentionally?
The stories are sort of like a tapestry. They have to be woven very specifically. Saga understands where the feelings have to go, where they have to take place, when they have to happen, in order to inspire the listeners. If the listeners don't hear the story they need to hear, they may not be invigorated enough to take action in their own lives, or they may be disenchanted with the magic of life outside of the literal magic of everything around them. If a story is disrupted in such a way that it doesn't end the way Saga is designed, that could completely derail the storytelling capabilities of the listeners who hear.
Interesting. The listeners are important.
Well,
Oh.
Saga thinks so.
Interesting. Do you have an opinion on the listeners, Kudakis?
Where's the passion? They don't invigorate themselves. They can't feel some fucking anger or some fucking drive by themselves. Whatever. You know what?
Sounds like
Not my
someone's
circus, not my
jealous.
monkeys.
Sounds like someone's jealous.
Why would I be jealous? They're pathetic.
They don't really involve themselves in the story. They just, listen, basically.
Their literal existence is not being involved. Great. Cool. Awesome. Thanks for playing.
Wow. Strong opinions of Kujakas. Does anyone else have questions for Kujakas?
How tall are you?
What kind of fucking question is that?
The kind of question where you tell me how tall you are.
He's
Taller
like
than you.
9'5". Yeah, that's a low bar. She is not tall.
The T does not stand for tall. It stands for Theodora.
Those were tiny. Teensy wincy. Well, let's go on to our final goal.
I don't think she could earn that title.
Theodora T. Thompson. Our last member of Wild, the Tainted.
Mhm.
So, T. Sweet, lovely T.
T.
Why did you trade your soul away? I mean, all Tainted are, they gave it up for power or something. Why did you give up yours?
I was stuck in a shithole town. No way out. Except for this. So I did it. Ta-da.
Interesting. And what shithole town was that?
Some Hazelwood. Hazelwood.
Oh, Hazelwood. Indiana?
I don't know any other one.
Oh, that's interesting. I feel like we heard that earlier tonight from someone else.
Maybe.
Strange.
I know.
Yeah. I mean, the town couldn't have been that bad. Why'd you hate it so much?
It couldn't be that. Look. You're from Aesop Harbor, right? You're from big city.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you didn't grow up in a small ass town in the middle of nowhere. There isn't a single fucking thing good about it. The town sucks. The people suck. Everything there fucking sucks. and it was draining the life out of me with every breath I took.
So why didn't you just, leave without trading your soul? What was keeping you there?
Back when I was, well, not back, it wasn't that long ago, just a few years ago. Am I cutting out at all? I feel like I'm cutting out.
I think you cut out one time there.
Oh, okay. We'll say it's fine. A few years back, when I was in, like, high school or whatever, I was part of this group. We, like, killed monsters and shit. And there was one big bad one that we couldn't, like, kill. So we had to seal it away. And to seal it away, we all had to sacrifice something. And everyone else, they had all these cool magic powers and hootie-das and whatnot. And that they all could give that shit away. But I didn't have that. I was just me. So I had to give away something else. So I gave away my freedom. I trapped myself in this town so that the idiot, stupid people in the town would burn to death. Worst fucking mistake of my life.
Well, fairly noble, however, right?
Yeah, sure.
Huh.
The thing about mobility, though, is that it lasts for like 2 seconds. Not a great long-term investment.
Well, it seems like you have a rough history there, T.
No shit.
How long have you been here in the city, in Aesop Harbor?
Not too long. Like, maybe 6 months, I think. I don't fucking know. Do I look like a calendar to you?
Okay, well, I'm so sorry.
Dumb bitch.
You're not really focused on time, huh?
Not really.
Okay. So, you sold your soul to a demon. What demon was that you sold it to?
Some bitch named, Mephistopheles.
And when you talked about the sacrifice earlier, and you sacrificed your freedom, who did you sacrifice your freedom to?
Mephistopheles, technically.
Interesting. So you sacrificed your freedom, and then sacrificed your soul to get your freedom back.
Yep.
Fun. I'm sure that wasn't traumatizing.
Is a girl not allowed to make mistakes?
So, as you're working for Mephistopheles, which fellow demonic agent do you just loathe? You just can't stand them.
There's this girl, lady, person. We go back a bit. Her name's Delilah Porter.
Oh.
I would be fine with her, except for the fact that she fucking hates me and makes it clear when she can. I think that's probably because I kind of killed her.
Kinda?
Yeah, I mean, technically I didn't kill her. Nature killed her.
How did you technically do that?
I told nature to kill her.
Okay, but you don't have powers, right? So how did you get nature to kill her?
I'm very persuasive. At least I was back then.
Yeah? What, was there a reason for that, or?
What do you mean, was there a reason for that?
Like, for why nature listened to you so much back then?
I don't know, they thought I was cool, I guess.
Uh-huh. Okay. Well, I could see why she might be mad at you. I mean, people usually don't like being murdered.
Yeah, but then like she came back to life, so not murdered
Oh, yeah,
anymore. But,
Yeah. Most people don't usually come back from death, aside from a few. Cough, cough, Kofi.
Yeah, so honestly, she should probably be thanking me.
Okay. Wow. Well, that's good, I guess.
I mean, really, she's still a bitch.
So now that you're something beyond human, that mostly, or at least partially demon, how do you cope with your demonic dreams and hungers?
I mean, the same way I cope with most of my problems. I do drugs.
Oh, okay. Any specific drugs or just anything that's on the table?
Fucking booze, weed, cigarettes, coke, meth, heroin.
Okay. This is a full 9 yards, everything.
money, whatever it is. I mean,
Okay.
it really kind of depends on the situation, you know? Like,
And what is the worst demonic kind of hunger that you have? What is it that you're hungering for during those times?
Cookie crisp.
Did you say Cookie Crisp? Are you brainstorming there what that hunger could be?
yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Let's see. So Mephistopheles returns you this thing. What hunger would it give you that you have to use drugs to suppress?
I don't know. I do drugs to suppress most of my problems, honestly.
Oh, that's great. Let me think. What do demons eat? What do they hunger for usually? Or I guess not literally eat, but like I guess long for.
I mean,
Depends on the
a
demon.
big fancy one is like souls and stuff, I guess.
No, that'll do it.
Like,
How to keep from just slurping up someone's soul.
I don't know. Sometimes, you know, you get the urge, you see someone, and you like, well, if I kind of nudge them in this direction or that, it would cause like the downfall of their life, and they lose just about everything.
Yeah.
And
Completely just devour someone's soul is a terrifying thing to do.
yeah, that's not really something I'm into. But like, I mean, it's just kind of what I am now, I guess.
That's how things pan out sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay. And what do you desperately need in this time in your life, other than more drugs?
You know, these days, I usually try to kind of just float along with what I got, but I don't know, I think it'd be nice if there were, like, you know, people who weren't evil demons, because, you know, I mean, I'm an evil demon, so we already got that quota met.
Okay.
And also, like, you know, wouldn't abandon me and leave me to rot.
Oh, that feels like a familiar fear. I mean, have people left you to rot before?
Yeah, all the fucking time.
All the time. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, it happens, you know. People got lives that are more important than me, I guess.
Okay. Wow. Does anyone else have any questions for T? Going once. Going twice. Sold. Well, I believe that covers everyone's little introduction. Wow, what a colorful cast we got here. Who's gonna be the first to corrupt out?
I stand by it being Kofi still. Just because his corruption move is so easy to trigger.
I have a good chance.
Yeah, Richie.
Yeah, I have to be honest with people.
Yeah, just be honest. What Kofi, who do you think is gonna corrupt out first?
Oh no. I'm trying to eat oranges right now, motherfucker, and you bothering me.
Screaming.
Oh my god. How dare Madhouse ask people questions?
Mine's reading. You sound just
Look,
like
they
him.
bought me the oranges. Look, they bought me the oranges. They should be happy that I'm eating them.
We bought you oranges? When did we do that?
Wow.
Wow, back
Madhouse
guy.
can't even
Shit.
remember buying an orange.
Don't remember it at all. Listen, we went to the grocery store today. I barely remember what we got.
Oranges, apparently.
No, we didn't.
Sorry.
I think this was the last time we were shopping.
But yeah, so let's get into the crazy part. We're gonna get into your playbook specializations, and in second edition Urban Shadow, everybody has one. Nobody goes without anything. Everybody's got something.
Nobody's a boring bitch.
Yeah, it's great. It's fantastic. I love it. It just adds more nightmares to juggle. Just making sure no one's AFK here. Okay, looks like everyone is present. That's good.
If you're AFK, raise your hand.
Well.
Yeah, if you're here, say nothing.
Helps. And there goes Camper. So we're gonna go in the same circle order. So let's start off with the aware, and of course, with your specializations, we're gonna go through the mechanics of it and whatnot, and maybe more backstory and probing questions will come out of that because it kind of feeds into who you are. So, Alia, you have a little thing. That's not you. I had the wrong sheet up. You have a little thing called your mortal relationships.
Yes, I do.
So you ride the line between the mortal and supernatural worlds. Your friends and family are stuck firmly in the mundane realities of everyday life, and you get to choose 3 options from the list. What have you chosen?
Yeah, I've chosen a young child who relies on you for transportation advice. Frankly, she's not that young. I said she was 14 in the intro.
Yeah, so a teenager, young enough to not be out on the streets.
Yeah, I mean, still, probably she just turned 14, I think.
Oh, okay.
Very freshly 14.
Okay.
So, and that's Zara Diaz.
Well,
And then
Zara.
I have a demanding boss who calls you into work at inconvenient times. That's Ted Cooper, the white guy I mentioned before. He's very mid.
Okay.
And I have an overbearing ex-partner who constantly worries about you. That's Romero Diaz. Yeah, he was very much Alia is very much an all work no play, and Romero was very much wanting to play a lot. That's kind of why they divorced.
Okay. All right. Your ex-husband's always worrying is great.
Yeah, because he's worrying about Alia overworking herself, pretty much.
Okay. He still worries about you, even though you guys are divorced.
Yeah, I mean, also at this point, frankly, it's also both that and the romantic chemistry kind of faded too.
All right. Question.
Yeah.
We talked about your relationship with your child of she's just kind of there and you're not really as interested in her. You just kind of do your responsibilities as a mother, the bare minimum.
We did talk about that, yeah.
What does custody look like?
Yeah, so I believe I gotta remember. I wrote this down somewhere. I need to remember.
Write that down.
I thought I wrote it down. Did I not write it down? Oh my god, maybe I didn't write it down. Damn it.
I see her on weekends if I want to.
Yeah, I feel like it's probably, I feel like she probably only sees her on weekends, honestly, because, actually, I mean, she takes Zara to work or to school sometimes. So
But at the very least, partial custody.
yeah,
But she's not like frequently
Yeah,
spending the night at your apartment or whatever.
yeah, it's really at some weekdays I take care of her. The schedule kind of changes, but Romero's the one who mainly takes care of her at this point. We have split custody though. It's more like partial at my end though.
Right. Do you have a bedroom for her at your apartment, or does she just like have to pull out the couch and hope for the best?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't think she does.
Oh
Oh no.
Why are you a bad mom? Oh my
Oh,
god.
I love Alia so much. She's great.
Look, she needed that room as a workroom.
About the world. I need to inform everyone about the world through journalism. That's more important.
Mom, I'm home for the weekend. She's like, oh god, sleep on the couch. I got a futon for you. It's like, Mom, this isn't a futon. Oh, pretend it is. I gotta go.
Yeah, I feel like Alia tried to spruce it up at least a little bit, so it's not like, it's not a shitty couch. It's a nice pull-out couch, but
It's a
also
good couch. Yeah.
What?
It's probably a really nice couch that she hates for people to put their shoes on or something.
No, it's a decent couch. She doesn't hate her kid.
She doesn't hate her. She just doesn't have time for her.
Yeah.
I mean, she does also have a small apartment, so really, what was she expected to do?
exactly.
Have a whole
Yeah,
other
it's a
bedroom?
small apartment. Where am I? Yeah, I don't have room for it. I don't have it's probably a one-bedroom apartment.
What you want? You want her to have a whole room for a child that's there sometimes?
Oh, if that kid wanted a room, maybe they should go out and earn their keep.
I'm screaming.
Put Zara down in the mines.
Teenagers down in the mines. Well, let's jump over to Richie. Richie, you have a little thing called the Arcane Network. Richie? Call him by his true name.
Oh, no.
I'm here. Just
He had a heart attack,
hold
guys.
on 1 second, please.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Richie's fighting his heart attack.
Yeah. Whenever time passes, roll for chest pains.
He's over here rolling dementia dice every other turn. It's gonna be a nightmare if Romero ever gets injured or is unable to be at home, and Ollie just has to take care of the child.
Yeah, no, that's gonna be really
Oh
bad.
my god.
Alia just
Yeah,
calls in
wow.
a favor from the angel to heal him. It's like, please, I need to be able to work without this kid around. Heal her dad.
I thought you were gonna say she calls it a favor to have Drunk babysit.
To babysit the kid.
She hires him as a babysitter.
Oh my god.
Just
Hey, I
leaning,
heard you applaud.
just crouched down in front of this 14-year-old, like, what is your story?
What's your story? She's like, what are you talking about? He's like, I'm
I like
leaving.
hanging with my friends and going to the mall, I guess.
Where's the
I just
fury?
That's
She's
probably
a-
why
she's a
Alia
sweet
is tending
14-year-old.
to.
She's a nice kid.
The reason why Alia is tending to her mortal stuff is so she doesn't have to focus on, taking care of a child. It's like, I need to make sure that Romero is not in supernatural bullshit and lives so that he can watch after Zara so I don't have to.
Yeah.
I'm busy.
I mean, she cares about them both. She's just so goddamn busy.
Well,
And
she
she-
don't have
she's a
passion
robot.
for her
She's not a
family. She has
dog.
passion for her work.
Look, if you help me kill Kofi, that'll be one less thing you have to pay attention to.
I'm screaming.
But like, Kofi's been living for thousands of years. He could tell me so much about supernatural history.
And
I'd
then
have
you
to
get
that could make a good story.
You get to
Oh.
find the end to that story.
Well, let's wait for
I mean,
Richie's
that's
return.
probably, like tragedy. But I mean,
Let's look at the Immortals thing. Kofi.
Yes, sir. That's
Yeah,
me.
Hey, guys.
Things in here.
Oh,
he's
wait.
back.
I'm gonna be away a little bit
Kofi?
longer than I would hope, so it's gonna be a minute. So just feel
No
free
worries.
to move
I'll
on.
be back to you. All right, so Kofi, you have
Yeah,
a few things. The first thing being your faction. You are a status 3 player character at the start of the game as the Immortal, and you start off with a faction. So tell us what you got. You have a structure and a purpose. So what do we got?
Well, from our structure, and we're like, it's a group of people who are formerly oppressed or enslaved, but also we're all immortal,
Okay.
who have joined together to safeguard artifacts of our culture and of our people. We're size 2, strength 3.
Okay. Pretty good starting position.
Yeah. Come out good, come out strong. You got that? You want me to wait or keep going?
Yeah. Keep going.
All right. Well, two recent political developments that my faction have been in or orchestrated was we negotiated last peace between two warring factions of different circles because, like, you know, we didn't want blood to run red in the streets, and these two factions was going to make a lot of blood in the streets. So, to make sure that didn't happen, we decided to step in when we had to and just negotiate peace.
Okay. And who are those two factions that you negotiated peace between?
Well, one is Night Faction. You know, they're a good group of people. They're great human people. And it was Night. Yeah.
And what was this? You said the Night Watch and the who?
The Unbound.
Interesting. Okay, I'm
they
sure
were
that will not come up at all. Yeah.
They were dangerous, and they were going to be the main reason that the streets was going to run red.
And why did you negotiate was it just to keep the streets clean, keep the violence down?
Around that time, things were very unrest. There was a lot of things going on in the city, and the Unbound was a new group, and the Night Watch didn't like them. I understood a lot of reasons why, but at the same time, they were going to lose, and I didn't want the Night Watch to die off.
Okay, that seems noble.
Most people would say I did it the stupid thing and should have let them fight each other, but they are very important at keeping the balance.
Yeah, the Night Watch is they are a very large faction of human hunters that just spam the city. They are kind of Inquisition-like from Vampire the Masquerade. They are just weaved into a lot of things, and they are very dangerous, honestly.
Yeah, what would happen if they all died? That would leave a lot of attention coming towards us as a people.
Yeah, that would not be great. Well, it seems like you did a good thing by stopping that war between the Night Watch and the Unbound.
Some people don't think so.
We're going to talk about that.
What is the other? You had two recent political developments. So what was the other one?
I halted a supernatural threat or disaster threatening my circle. Well, basically, I stopped the mage who was trying to sacrifice other powerful mages to become a god. No, don't do that, you stupid bastard. It doesn't work. So I stopped the stupid ass mage who tried to gain godhood, like I do every fucking few hundred years.
Yeah, that is not ideal. How did you do it? Did you do it solely by yourself, or did you organize forces, or?
Well, when you have three immortal people who've been around for a long time and learn how to fight different ways, we can think of a way to kill a fucking mage.
Yeah.
So the three of us, Sir wasn't around back then, but the three of us, we did what we normally do when a crazy fucking mage nearly destroys the city and killed them. Did we get any thanks? No, because no one knew about it. Besides the mages who were about to get sacrificed.
Nice. Okay, wonderful. So, and you mentioned there were two other people, so that would be Sable and Malik King of the Reformation?
Yeah. They've been around with me for a good while since I moved here.
Okay.
Just the thing is, I'm the oldest out of the three.
You have a good relationship with both of them, and they nice people. They good people.
Yeah, we worked together for a good long time. We made the Reformation together to help protect our people because black people don't get any good things going for them in most places back then. It got a little better, but it's still not that great.
Okay, right. And what is the greatest political threat to your rule within the faction?
That's some fucking new blood, new recruit that they brought in. They thought we needed new blood, and I said, "Fuck it, all right, quit bothering me." But like, they want to reform us. This new guy, I hate his name, but like, he doesn't do anything annoying most of the time to me, so I leave him alone. But like, he just want to reform us to be something new and, in his words, better.
He wants
Okay.
to reform the Reformation.
Yeah, which is stupid.
I mean, isn't that your goal to reform?
Yeah, to reform the government at large to accept our people and not fuck them over every fucking day. Not reform, but something that's been going mostly good.
Okay. So just to be accepted, and he wants something other, something maybe more, something opposite to that. Who knows?
Why accept being mostly good when you can be all good?
I mean, he's got a point. I don't know.
Yeah, when I see him actually do something that improves our people and not be selling out to the white man, then I would think about it.
And what is this recruit's name again?
Sir.
Oh,
I think he gave himself that name when he became immortal because he thought it sounded good. Sounds like a dickhead name.
You sound really against this guy. You sound like you have a personal beef with him.
Look, we made the Reformation together, and now this new motherfucker want to change things. Fuck him.
And do you know if Sir is an old immortal that's just new to Reformation or a young immortal?
Young immortal.
He's a young immortal. Okay.
He's of this generation.
Okay. A young immortal with lots of big ideas, it seems.
Yeah.
And
he's been around long enough.
Also for you, we have your Immortalis. You are blessed and also cursed with true immortality. Each time you die, you return to life. The process varies, but the results are the same. At some point after your death, your wounds will close, your body knits itself together, and you awaken restored to vibrant life. You gain this ability via blank.
Bird.
And it's still mysterious of like what actually occurred during your birth to give you this.
Yeah, I don't know what made me immortal at birth, but unlike these other immortals who gained it through magic, I was born this way, which fucked up my blood to make it a vampire fate.
And you can die, but only with certain conditions. And what is that?
Look, most immortals can die under certain conditions, but it's very specific and very annoying to try to figure out. But mine, which most people don't know, probably one out of a lot will know about it, but only someone of my blood can kill me.
Okay. Oh, your direct bloodline, a descendant, most likely.
I have a question.
You won't have anyone older than you anymore.
I have a question.
Yeah, only but go ahead.
If a vampire drank your blood while it was in their system, would that count?
It would not work. No.
Okay. An important question.
Yeah,
very important.
They have to be of my bloodline. Another thing, there's a loophole to kill me that I know about and I figured out because it has to be in my blood. Like Kofi can't kill himself.
But will he?
So I just have to drive you to suicide. Interesting.
Yeah. Because Kofi is his own blood. Like, as long as you're of my blood, i.e. myself included, I can kill myself.
Well,
right.
We'll hop over to Ezra again.
You don't know this character. You better write this down. You better forget it. You better forget it.
It's Ezra. Ezra, you have, for the Sworn, you have your oath, your vows, and your legendary weapon. So let's start with your oath. You sworn an oath to serve an influential faction within the Power Circle, an organization that relies on you to protect its members, punish its enemies, and defend its holdings. So who are your masters?
Well, they are, quote unquote, an order of secret immortals.
Okay. And what are you charged with doing?
I am charged with recovering and ensuring the protection of lost artifacts and tomes, and also, we'll call it investigating threats or problems as they pose themselves.
Okay. Quick question. What would you say you like more? Relic hunting or monster hunting?
I mean, if you asked me back in high school, then it would be a monster hunting, definitely. But there's a certain je ne sais quoi to relic hunting that really gets the brain turning.
Okay. Well, Ezra thinking is a terrifying thought.
Yeah, the first relic hunt got rid of the cobwebs, and then the rest just engaged it into high gear.
Yeah.
Look, we don't need stupid people working for us. We need somebody with a brain.
And what do you think of your masters? Like, do you have an opinion on them?
I mean,
You like them? You afraid of them? You respect them?
they're good people. They want to do right when the world has done them wrong, and I can respect that.
Okay.
They have been wronged, and they do not want to push that onto others. They want to do right by those who have otherwise they want to do right by those that would do right unto them. Golden rule, and it's
And with this faction that you now serve, your masters, you have vows. What are your vows?
I am to never strike the first blow. I am never to reveal my faction secrets. I'm always to avoid collateral damage. I'm always to thwart the enemies of my masters. And I am always to seize that which my masters desire.
Okay. And when you break a vow, you mark corruption. And if you take a corruption advance, you will cross out one of your vows because it no longer binds you. And if you end up striking out every vow, your oath is broken and you must change playbooks immediately. Who knows? You might corrupt out first. And then finally, you have your legendary weapon. So your masters have given you a weapon, 3 harm, mythic, and anchored, meaning that it will always find its way back to you, to wield. A legendary artifact of an age long lost. What is your weapon?
It is a sword wielded by my predecessors, those who have served as guardians in the past, to say the least.
Okay. And your weapon lets you advance a basic move. Which one are you advancing?
I'm advancing Keep Your Cool.
Delicious. Delicious. Magnificent. Alright. Let's check in on Kujakis. Oh boy. Kujakis is a nightmare.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Let's kick up and let's figure this out. So, Kujakis, you have a few horrifying things in here. You have your wings. I mean, you are an angel after all. So, what do your wings? I mean, you can pass as mortal, so long as you keep your wings concealed. But what do your wings look like when they unfurl?
My wings are essentially the elements of the story that I carry with me. So they are script, golden script, rather large, mighty, ornate, because stories are complex and ever growing. And they have impacts on people, so they can be interpreted different ways depending on the story being told at any given time or who views them. Some find it alluring, some feel comfort, and some are horrified by what they see.
Okay. Well, your wings are going to possibly cause a lot of trouble going forward.
Good.
You also have a little thing in your playbook called Your Enemy. You have come to Earth to intervene in the matter of divine importance. A powerful faction, size 3, strength 3, has violated the natural order, securing great power for itself at an extraordinary cost to the fabric of reality. You have been sent by your choir to ensure such breaches never occur again. So, who is your enemy?
The Unbound.
Well, that's a familiar name. Where have I heard that?
Thanks, Kofi.
You're
They're-
welcome. You can go fight them in peace.
There'll be no peace. They are a group of what used to be mortals, who used to follow along with their plot just like everyone else does. And they gained access to something they shouldn't, and now they have gone beyond their limitations and the bounds of the story. Essentially, the tale that they were meant to follow, the one that Saga had prepared for them, for reasons, they are able to step outside of that and essentially have free will outside the lines of the tale.
Are they breaking the
And do you-
fourth wall?
Do you have any clue of what they could have grasped or gotten a hold of to help them, escape the story?
Yes.
Oh. Do you care to share?
No.
Okay.
Look, suffice to say, they got access to it because someone, not naming any names, was a sad little bitch and couldn't handle themselves long enough to just get their head right and gave something to them.
Wow. Okay. Wow. A lot of strong feelings there. So I'm guessing that's who's responsible for these transgressions.
Kind of. Technically, Solomos wasn't the one entirely responsible. That honor belongs to the flea. The flea is the only one that knows exactly what they're doing and exactly what it costs. The rest of them are just sheep being dragged along with this new change in the story. They all have to die, obviously, but the flea's responsible for it.
Okay. Another quick question. No, I think that covers all of it. Yep. Your hatred has answered everything that I wanted to know.
I'm very thorough with my anger.
So, your enemy is a size 3, strength 3 faction, but also gains 2 additional assets from their relating to their ill-gotten gains, which is in Urban Shadow 2nd Edition terrifying to have that many.
Yeah, it means they have a total of 5 assets.
Yeah, they are not a faction to fuck around with, apparently. Oh God!
Burn it all to the ground.
Well, let's pop over to T.
Hi.
T, you have a few things as the Tainted.
Yep.
You have your Dark Patron.
Yep.
Yay! And we know your Dark Patron now is Mephistopheles, a demon.
Mhm.
Hooray!
Yeah.
Yay! what are some aspects of your thing? I mean, your soul has fallen into the hands of your dark patron, a powerful demon whose reputation precedes them, but whose true name is known to few. They have given you terms of employment, access to terrible power, and terrifying insight into their true nature. So, what are aspects of your dark patron?
Well, they seduce all who come into contact with them with pleasantries, gifts, and vices. They're very,
nice.
they're very persuasive. They know how to pull people's strings and get them doing what they want. And they manipulate their friends, allies, and enemies alike into conflicts that serve their secret designs. So they know how to pull they know what strings they need to pull to get people to do what they want and how to go along with them. And they use those to, further their own ends and push people around like pieces on a board of a game that only they're playing.
And just when you're cutting out a little bit there, just a smidgen.
Give me a sec.
But pick it all up. He lives.
Alrighty. What? You need me to just say all that again, or? Like...
No, we had cut it all.
Okay, cool.
It was confusing. What about your demon form? You mostly look human, but since your patron claimed your soul, you have a new look, a demon form. What does it look like?
It looks like I am, kind of a cross between an insect and a burning tree.
Okay, terrifying. Is there a reason for that? I mean, you did speak of nature earlier, right?
Yeah, T used to be, back when she lived in Hazelwood, she used to be pretty friendly with the Fae that lived around there.
Okay.
To the point where they had, claimed her as their queen. She doesn't really have that role anymore, but I guess her demonic form is kind of like a joke from Mephistopheles.
Interesting.
A little demonic twist on what she used to be.
Okay. I mean, Queen of the Fae is a pretty important title, even if it's in a small town.
Yeah, you could say that.
We also have demonic job. So your dark patron keeps you on Earth for a reason. They could always have decided to drag you to hell. So instead, you get to choose 2 jobs that you regularly do for them from the list below. So what jobs have you chosen?
That would be tracking down rogue demons and delivering threats and messages. One thing that T has always been good at is, tracking things down, finding items, people, just about anything. And that skill set has transferred over to her demonic work.
Okay, interesting. Well, this is good. I'm sure this will work. I mean, at least you're good at what you do. You don't flop.
Yeah,
probably.
She's good at what she does.
Yeah, it's good. Good. Well, welcome back, Richie. That's a perfect timing as well.
Glad to be back.
Let's get into your playbook specialization. Richie, you have a little thing called the arcane. Oh wait, no. Sorry. First thing you have is your bag.
Yeah, I can't forget the bag.
You gotta have a
Always
bag.
gotta get that bag.
It's out here chasing that bag. So, Richie, what is the type of bag that you have?
Well, the best way to stick around in this city is to keep a low profile. So that's exactly the type of bag I went for. something unassuming.
So, your unassuming bag. Your bag disguises any signs and signals that an arcane item may emit. An arcane item placed in your bag is completely undetectable, even by powerful magics. A very good thing to have. Where'd you get this bag? Did you make it? Did you find it? Was it gifted to you?
Well, you know about that split me into boar's head. Well, that's sort of exactly where I got this bag in the first place.
Okay. I'm starting to notice some things. Piecing together your story.
I mean, I don't know what you're noticing about me. I suggest you stop that.
Okay, well, I'll just take my eyeballs out, I suppose. No, you stay over there, Kujakus. So, Richie, you also have, excuse me, you have your collection. Nothing to think about there. Just, a little thing that you can do when you dive into your belongings and valued treasures. You also have an arcane network. So, your arcane network is a collection of powerful and knowledgeable mortals who trade in arcane items, relics, and ancient tomes. Some of their dealings are open and innocuous. Others are the stuff of backroom deals and smoky rooms. They don't trust you. You don't trust them. That's business. Your arcane network has some features to it, and you have chosen 3. What are those 3?
Why, yes, indeed. Well, my network makes sure to have a little get-together every month to make sure we can properly exchange our goods and services between one another. We also have codes and signals to make sure that we keep the unwanted elements out, and we'll know if something's coming our way through signs that no one outside of our circle would know.
Okay.
And finally, we have law enforcement on the payroll to ensure safety for our members. Can't exactly trust one another to strictly keep the peace, so we need a outside force to make sure it happens.
All right. Okay. And there are certain members within your arcane network that you have not an intimate relationship with, but more of a relationship with. So whose collection do you covet?
Yes. Well, when it comes to collections that I've had my eyes on and would most certainly like to grab a hold at some point, of course through a fair price, would be through the Yoshida sisters.
And why do you want their collection so badly? Like, what is their what makes it so significant to you?
Well, they dabble in items that fall outside of what you could normally find on this hemisphere, so to say. They deal with mystic artifacts of the East.
Okay, so it's like a different culture. So yeah, okay, I see what you mean. There's some rarity there. You can't really just get it yourself.
Yes, they deal with things that aren't strictly within my knowledge, and that's always enticing.
All right. And someone within your arcane network keeps things safe for you, and who is that?
Ah, yes, the good doctor, Mr. Yi. He's been working with me for the past few years, ever since he came to the university. We've had a mutual understanding. I get him what he wants to know, and he helps keep the things I want hidden.
Okay. All right. And who suspects you're scamming this?
Well, that's a question with a lot of answers, but if I were to narrow it down to the most, how should I say, paranoid of the lot, it would have to be Ravenlock.
Ravenlock? And why would she suspect you of scamming her?
Well, that's a question I would love to know the answer to myself. I've been nothing but open and honest with her, just like I've done with all of my fellow businessmen and women.
Yeah, I trust you totally, Bagthief. I'm sorry, who said that? Well, I believe that knocks out our specializations and backstory questions. So now we get to everyone's favorite part of the night.
Nap time?
No, not that.
Aw.
I think you guys are gonna love the next words that leave my mouth because we're gonna get into your starting deck.
Yes!
Yay!
The suffering
The world-
begins.
This is where the suffering truly starts. The world of Urban Shadows is the main currency of the People's Supernatural world is debts. It is your word. It is a currency that overrides everything else. More than money, more than assets. It means everything to have debts over somebody. So, we're gonna hand them out. Let's get crazy. Who's ready? Who's ready for some debts?
Let's fucking go.
Yay, I love
So,
that.
Yummy.
We could go player by player and just read through the list and then hand them out. Would we like to do it, that way?
Yeah, that'd be probably good.
Okay. So, to torment Maya first and give her choices, your first debt for Alia is someone befriended you long before you discovered the supernatural and purposely hid its existence from you when it mattered. They owe you a debt. So, who's your friend?
Well, that's interesting. I don't know.
Who's a
That's
friend
really-
that hid the supernatural from you?
Not me, because she's researching me.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to think of because two people here are like recent transplants, so I don't think I know them. And then I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yes. Richie did kind of clue you in eventually, but we do know Richie's style is kind of guardrails but not obstructing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he has his reasons, I suppose.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, you gotta let them dip their toes in before they dive right in, right?
Gotta let him
Yeah, I don't know.
marinate.
Maybe it'd be interesting if it was Richie. If only because I feel like given that he's been in Aesop the longest, it makes the most sense. Because Alia is is 45, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So she's relatively older, and she's been here since she was university age.
Okay. She probably knew Richie for some time back in his younger days.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
It could be a thing of Alia
When he
already
was-
knew Richie, but she didn't know about the fucking arcane shop until she stumbled into it and is like, hey, wait a minute.
Yeah.
He was a young
And
spry
Richie-
50.
It makes sense. Richie's lived around the university area. Alia was at one point a student there. She's lived there most of her
Yeah.
life, so they're
Yeah.
bound to run into each other, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't you worry, I remember you.
Okay, so Richie, you will owe Alia a debt. I almost said Natalia. Wrong game.
Not quite, Mad.
All right, the
The wrong,
first debt.
the wrong herbs for those shadows.
I want these things switched on my sheets.
So earned is like people who owe you debts.
People you have earned over others.
Yeah, so they owe me a debt.
Yeah, so they
Yes.
owe you. Yeah, that's where
Okay,
you
I'm
put
just
it.
trying to make sure if I need to put Richie on that list.
Yeah. So Richie
Yep.
would go in there for you. Yeah.
Cool. All right.
You also have someone puts up with your questions about the supernatural. You owe them a debt.
Oh, that's a good one. I mean, given I'm investigating Kofi, like,
Kofi, would you
She's
say
decided-
you keep up with the questions?
As long as she's not disturbing my peace, yes.
You
Yeah,
literally just at the
yeah,
cafe.
Alia is not necessarily an actor. She's just an observer, you know?
I feel like Richard threw her on me because he didn't want to deal with her. Already.
Kobe was walking in the park, enjoying time with his friends, and I was like, "A few questions, Mr. Shaw." He's like,
Yeah.
"Okay, fine."
Yeah, I feel like that makes sense.
All right. So, Ali, you owe a debt to Kofi. Kofi, you take a debt over Alia there.
Alrighty.
And your final one is you're leveraging dirt you have on someone to get their help dismantling a supernatural scheme that targets innocent mortals. You owe them a debt.
Oh.
This is messy. So who
Yeah,
are you
that's really
leveraging
interesting
dirt on?
because frankly, like Alia, like with her investigation of supernatural stuff, like she's very hands off about it in terms of like she's not trying to get involved in too much of it necessarily. So like if there is something she's like actually trying to get involved with, it's like gotta be like serious. Like I assume it's probably something that threatens her family.
Okay.
I mean, if you want someone to protect them, there is a guardian right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ezra.
But what dirt would I have on a guardian?
Look, Ezra got into all kinds of shit back in
high school.
yeah.
I mean, he also had investigator, and Ezra has that anonymous scholarship for whatever reason.
Oh yeah, true.
That does seem a little sketchy, doesn't it?
Yeah, Ezra has a mysterious past.
Say it's so serious. If you asked him about it, he would just say, "Oh yeah, I hunt in monsters. What the fuck?"
I the monster's the kid, no big deal.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know.
this is baby shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
You ever seen a Mothman outside of its migration pattern?
Compelling
It's not
argument.
fun.
I hate that it's legitimate. That canonically happened, and I made it happen.
You made this happen. You brought this upon yourself, that house. I can't wait to reference one of every single of the monsters.
Monster you killed.
Yeah. Or helped deal with, quote unquote.
So who are we locking in with Ezra as the one you're leveraging dirt on?
I have no idea. Because, like, well, now, because I'm like, I don't even know what dirt he has, because he's open about a lot of shit.
I mean, the dirt might be the scholarship.
Yeah.
Yeah, the dirt could be the scholarship, the missing fiance.
Maybe.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
It's interesting, too, though. I'm, like, torn.
Who else could you? I mean, there's T as well, who is a newer arrival and very into drugs.
Mhm.
That's true.
Yeah.
Is T attending the college? Or T and Ezra are both attending the college,
Yeah,
right?
technically T is attending. Technically.
So yeah, being on drugs in college is probably not the best look.
Yeah, no, it's probably not.
Nah. I mean, I guess.
What are they gonna do? Kick me out?
I mean, if you're living in the dorms, then and they find you have drugs in there, you might get
Or
kicked
you're living
out.
on the campus apartment shooting up.
Yeah.
Where else am I supposed to do it? The fucking Denny's?
Anywhere else that isn't on school property.
So there's your dirt. One's a drug addict, one has mysterious funds. What are you thinking?
Mando, I hate making choices.
I know, that's why I made you go first.
Yeah.
You fucker.
We're gonna rip the band-aid off, it's okay.
I mean, who wants it the most, I guess? I don't even...
Who wants that debt? T, Ezra, would either of you want the debt more?
I mean,
so I'd get a debt over her.
Yeah, you would be getting a debt over Alia.
Okay, sure, I'll take it.
Screaming. Oh, that's easy. This is-
I mean, I think
Alright.
that makes that's probably the easiest one too, just given the
yeah.
dirt is mortal.
yeah, it's very
Like the
moral
dirt
dirt.
is a mortal thing and not like a supernatural thing necessarily.
Mhm.
Because I don't know, like, given that she's just a normal person, I don't think she can leverage supernatural dirt as well.
And what scheme would you say we're trying to dismantle?
Honestly, probably something related to like. I mean, I would say it's probably something related to demons, like like trying to hurt normal people or something like that.
Okay,
Or
right.
like something maybe like a demon's trying to target like, people that includes like her family members or something.
All right.
And given that T knows demon stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Alia, you survived. You did it. I'm proud of you.
Yippee.
No, you're not.
Let's get into the scholar.
Yes, let's get into it, huh?
So, the scholar, your first starting debt is someone looks to you when seeking relics and arcane items. They owe you 2 debts. Oh, God.
Yes.
I wasn't gonna offer myself. I was just gonna mention that both members of the Reformation here have mentioned looking for relics and artifacts and stuff.
Yep, they sure have.
They sure have, haven't they?
I mean,
I
Ezra and
don't
Kofi
want
are very prime targets, Richie. Isn't that great? 2 debts?
That's a big one, man. That's a goddamn.
Wait till you get to the rest of the list, don't worry.
It certainly is a big one. And I mean, I have done quite a lot for Mr. Shaw over the years.
I feel like it's
Yeah.
about to be me. I feel like it's going to have to be me. Take this bullet,
I mean,
sadly.
Come on, Cash. People want to
It's
get.
fine. I'll
involved.
take this bullet. I'll take this fucking bullet. I don't want this bullet ass
That's
man.
for a status 3 character is very tasty.
That's why I don't want this to happen. Like,
So, Richie, you have 2 debts over Kofi there. Kofi, you owe 2 debts too.
Let me just
that's gonna
do
fucking
times
annoy me.
2. Alright. What's next?
We have someone has been spying on a member of your arcane network for you, looking for a weakness. And I thought it was all business. Wow.
I mean, it is just business, isn't it?
So, who is being your little spy? And you will owe them a debt.
I mean, the snoop makes the most sense, right?
I was gonna say, like, yeah.
I mean, I have an investigative journalist right over there.
Yeah.
Might as well
You do.
use her. And besides, she's getting something out of it anyway.
Exactly. It benefits me too.
So, that means, Alia, you take another debt over Richie. Richie, you owe another debt to Ali. You're 2 deep.
Oh my goodness.
Who do you have Alia spying on?
And it's another member of my network.
Yeah. The Yoshida sisters?
Oh my goodness. I mean, that makes sense.
It certainly would make sense, I suppose. I'd say that's exactly who I'd like you to keep an eye on for me.
Oh boy, this is getting messy already. And oh boy, this is
I love this one.
Oh man, you scammed someone out of something rare and precious they cannot recover.
Oh,
You
boy.
owe them 3 debts.
Jesus.
Christ.
Who do you owe your soul to?
being anything more than 2 deaths in is a nightmare. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you right now, it's not going to be Kofi.
One of my other players is currently 9 deaths deep with somebody, and it's hilarious. 9 deaths deep. They're never leaving. They're enslaved to that other player.
Girl, that's scary.
Who here?
Damn.
Who here would be foolish enough?
Foolish enough to have trusted the roach.
I understand why it can't be me, because I wouldn't trust your bitch ass to it.
Oh yeah, we've done enough business for you not to trust me. This is a tough one.
It's also thinking something they would have had that would be rare and precious they cannot get back.
Yeah.
We would have had something worth stealing.
I mean, Ezra was about to get married, right? He had the ring, right? He would have an engagement ring.
Wife stolen.
What if the only thing he had left of Tamisha was like her engagement ring because she didn't want to lose it wherever she was going? And then
man, that is evil. I know, do it.
Right? I love it. It's crazy.
So I'm hearing is that ring had to be an artifact because his motherfucker only go for artifacts.
I mean, granted, it is Ezra. He'd probably get like a ring of protection or something.
He stole it from like some fairy mine or something.
Oh, it's like a ring of wishes.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
And that's why you own 3 debts, one for each wish that you then sold.
He sold the individual wishes.
Yeah, well, it's like when you get like a vehicle and then you break up into parts to sell it for greater net worth.
It's like,
He was like, you make a wish upon this ring, 1 wish.
He still has the ring, but all the wishes are gone.
Yeah, I still wear it to this day.
He doesn't even wear it; he hangs it like a around his neck like a necklace. It's like
every other week he kind of huffs on it and rubs it to see if it'll work again, but it never does. Oh my god!
What's the recharge rate on this shit?
I can't believe I gave you
pretty
such
long. It was 3 wishes. Maybe it'll come back any day now.
At least a century. So Ezra, you take 3 debts over Richie. Richie, you owe 3 debts to Ezra.
Okay.
Oh my god, that is such a nasty start. That's great. So next up,
you better use those debts real good, man. You better use those debts when it's needed.
So this is where it's gonna get fun because this is Kofi's, which means some people might be getting a status 3 in the PC in their debt, which would be great.
I just
Imagine getting a vamp right now. Wouldn't that be fantastic?
It's only gonna be one motherfucker who get a debt over me. Sadly, I get debts over other people and one
person gets it over you.
I just want to mention, technically, with how this is shaking up, Ezra could invoke one of those debts to take a debt over Kofi from Richie.
Oh, you're right. Oh shit. Oh, this is already getting. Okay, well, focus, everyone, focus.
Lock in.
So, for the immortal, your starting debts. The first one we have is you have been watching someone's lineage for decades, keeping them safe from harm. They owe you 2 debts.
They had a good friend named John.
American hero.
Yeah, and when he died, I told him I'll look after his family. And I have been. Just one of them got the fuck away from me, and then he just wound up. And then I randomly found him in this fucking city. I know where the rest of his family is. So he has never asked about them. So I watch over Ezra because this motherfucker, God, he gets into too much shit.
He gets into so much fucking trouble.
Ezra, you owe 2 debts to Kofi. Kofi, you have 2 debts over Ezra.
Man, this is a nice little circle of debts we've got going on.
Yeah. How can one white boy get in so much trouble?
You'd be amazed.
I mean, if it's Ezra.
Oh my gosh. Alright, so you intervened on someone's behalf who had crossed a powerful member of your circle, the power circle, and saved their life. They owe you a debt.
Who life do I take, guys? Who's the most likely to get in trouble? That's the reporter.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Elliot
Yeah.
seems like
if we were at a physical table, all of us would just collectively looked at Maya just now.
Yeah.
I didn't realize yet.
I guess I could also see T, just depending on like what Mephistopheles is having her do.
Mhm.
That is a fair shout.
Yeah.
Which one of y'all want to owe me a debt?
Or Kujakus, even.
No.
No, okay.
I don't really think I fuck with power, like innately.
Yeah.
Yeah. So which one of y'all want to owe me a debt? The reporter or the drug addict?
Well, when you put it like that.
How's this gonna go?
I'm fine owing you.
It's gonna be more fun. You know what? T will be a good one because I feel like that's an interesting dynamic. Because Mephistopheles own her. It's like that means give me a connection to that motherfucker.
All right, so you have a debt over T. You owe one to Kofi. Question: who was the figure that T crossed in power?
Oh no, let me go look in power real fast.
That could be anyone in power. That could be anyone from the families, from fraternity, from the Reformation, even. You pissed off Stable.
That's a bad idea. I feel like the family would be a good place. People out stop from doing fucking shit. I hate them. So somebody from the family.
Okay, someone from the family.
Yeah, this all white power dynamic. All white male power dynamic.
Okay, so you saved T when she pissed off the families. All right, and the final one, which is
One I
the
hate.
most important, someone has discovered how you can truly die, but has sworn to you that they will tell no one. You owe them a debt.
You know,
God, I
it'd be
feel like this
really
is
funny.
more than that.
You know, it'd be really funny.
The angel's privy to a lot of information from Saga, so
What this motherfucker keep his promise? Keep this fucking thing. This fucking want to kill me.
Look, we know how the story ends. We both know. Me telling someone else how it ends would be breaking the story.
True. Yeah. All right. I say this. I'll owe Kajak this one. I hate
Okay.
it. I hate saying that. I really hate it. But I owe.
So,
Fantastic.
Kujakis, you have a debt over Kofi. Kofi, you owe one debt to Kujakis.
I hate it so much. Like when saying this, man, I had chills go down my back.
What's the matter? It's just one debt, one silly little debt.
One silly little debt.
One
Well,
silly
let's
little
get-
debt, just for a little information that probably won't matter.
A little schmidgen. Well, let's get into this sworn. Let's see. Your starting debts. We have is that the right one? Yeah. Okay. Someone gives you info about a circle you don't understand. You owe them a debt.
Which
I mean,
which circle do
Yeah,
you
what's-
have the
what's-
lowest in?
That's what I was gonna say. What's your
what is my lowest, sir?
Mortalis, surprisingly. Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Okay.
interesting.
Huh.
Wow, that has a
You don't know shit about normies.
Yeah.
beyond that now.
I mean, that's fair. He's grown up completely abnormally. He doesn't. How the fuck is Ezra supposed to know what a normal person goes
He
through?
grew up as a teenage monster hunter. He's got nothing.
The campaign was literally, I was a teenage monster.
Yeah.
Oof. I mean, I feel like there is an obvious answer here.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
I feel like it might be Alia.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Oh.
Alia was already been, involved with normal people news for like fucking
Most of her life.
decades now.
Yeah,
And
Yeah, literally, like I think the supernatural stuff probably she's only known about that, I'd say, within a year or less so of like current time.
Okay. So
probably helps
Alia,
that
you get it.
Alia
Oh, go
also
ahead.
has- it probably helps that Alia also has some form of access to missing persons reports.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Ollie, you get an influence. Nope, wrong game. You get a debt over Ezra, and Ezra, you owe Alia one debt.
All right.
So, next one is you secretly help someone get justice for a wrong done upon them. They owe you a debt. Tell them why you helped.
I secretly helped get justice for a wrong done upon them.
You know, I do have this shotgun.
That you stole from me.
Exactly. Maybe you help me out.
It could be less stealing. I can get another one. You need this now.
Yeah, do you think you helped me against the Unbound at some point? And like we had to keep it on the down low?
I think Ezra might have helped Kujakis.
Oh, okay.
I secretly helped Kujakis.
By loaning him or giving him.
By giving him my first shotgun.
Yeah, it was meant to be a loner, and then it was just like, thanks for this. And then he just leaves like, wait,
what?
And why did you choose to help?
Having a first-hand taste of the kind of rage someone can fly into. That sounded wrong. Hold on. My teacher was a berserker.
No, I get it, man. My teacher killed people for fun.
When someone screws someone over so horrifically that their entire existence is to spite them, that is a kind of rage, kind of passion that I can see.
Oh, you guys are gonna be besties. All right. And your final debt. Your service forced you to punish or kill someone's ally or friend on behalf of your masters. You owe them a debt. This is interesting.
This also involves me, so pick well, my guy. Because goddamn.
Yeah.
We're up on some good already.
I mean, Richie would be interesting, like taking out a member, like a former member of his like contacts, who started getting way too close.
Started pissing off Kofi, yeah.
Yeah, or potentially even maybe trying to uncover how to make them unimmortal again, and being like, "Okay, you got close enough, you gotta go."
Or I had another evil idea because I love pain. Oh no, she's AFK. I was gonna say, T just got to this college and whatnot.
T did just get to this college.
She's not trying to be alone. Maybe she was trying to make some friends, and an old friend of hers, a fellow classmate, a fellow monster hunter from Hazelwood, Indiana, showed up and said, "Hey, gotta kill that friend you just made." Obviously, we have to wait for Ava to consent to that.
Right.
Hey, you know that drug dealer you were making deals with? Yeah, we gotta kill him.
That drug dealer that you started to become friends with did.
It was selling just the wrong people.
Well, there was some of the wrong kind of drugs.
Selling drugs on the wrong wizard's turf.
My turf.
Imagine it's like fucking Sable's running like a fucking marijuana farm somewhere, and this person stole it, started selling. It's like, they need to die.
Damn, I can't believe they were slinging mana meth.
Mana meth? They call this shit mana.
Mana meth.
They call this shit
magic, my boy.
They call this shit mana, and then
mana, not mana. Why can no one get names right here?
Oh god. It's like, yeah, we got that new shit on the street. It's called HP.
Yeah, then you got that Legion drug dealer that sells that Dante's Inferno.
I'm selling HP. It's crafted with love.
Got that ninth circle Dante's Inferno good kush over here.
I'm one to partake in the classic TP.
Oh,
No, I want that succubine.
yeah, we call this shit Hydra. It'll make you feel like you got 5 heads.
Yeah, you smoke this, you can lose your head and grow it back in a day, my boy. What you talking about?
No. You don't need any of that. What you need is dream time.
You can lose your head and grow it back in a day. It's such an insane fucking thing for a drug dealer to say to someone.
The best part is that like they're so confident it means they've tested it.
They know. Like if someone walked up in the street and said that to me, I would consider myself unaware and I would die immediately. I would not live anymore. I'm like, I cannot live in a world where that shit's real.
You could cut your head off and grow right the fuck back. Guaranteed. It's like, why? What do you mean?
Do we want to save the confirmation for that debt later, or do you want to give it to? Oh, perfect. Never mind. We were discussing Ezra's final debt, and then we started joking about drugs. Which makes sense given that you're back. So your service force to punish or kill someone's ally or friend on behalf of your masters, you owe them a debt. There was, of course, Richie was an option, and I suggested T because, like, maybe she's new to college, she's tried to make a friend, maybe started getting buddy with a local dealer, and then Ezra shows up.
Okay, yeah.
Pain.
He was selling that Odin, and he had to go.
He's selling that Odin.
It's notably on behalf of your masters, so this dealer pissed off the Reformation somehow.
Yeah, somehow they did something they weren't supposed to. But that means T, you get an influence. God damn it! I need to switch. Focus. I need to switch back to the right game. You get a debt over Ezra. Ezra, you owe a debt to T.
And starting off rocky, man. God damn.
Did you punish them or did you kill them?
Be so funny.
It'd be really
It's up to you, my boy.
funny
We don't
if
kill no. It's up to you, my boy. It's up to you to decide.
I think it'd be really funny if I killed them.
Yeah. No chance at salvaging that relationship.
You cannot sell Odin, my boy. I'm sorry. That's illegal.
You cannot sell that. You cannot be slinging that Allfather on this block.
I'm going to actually die during session 0. That's crazy. I can't believe it. All right, let me open up the next one. So that's Ezra's things. Let's pop into Kujaki's.
I like
High
that
as
I
God.
killed someone I was trying to be friends with, and that's one debt.
And that's just one.
Get your ring stolen, 3 debts. Lose a friend completely, 1.
Priceless.
Know how to kill a motherfucker? 1.
Kujakis,
Everything
you're
else
starting
is-
dead. The first one is oh god, I started looking at all of them.
Yeah.
When you first arrived in the city, someone gave you food, shelter, and comfort. Ask them why they showed you such kindness. You owe them 2 debts.
Let's see. Who?
You know how to
'Cause
kill me. We had to have a talk for that.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I mean, like, it does insinuate kindness, so it insinuates like selflessness to a degree. I guess technically, that is kind of the Reformation's thing.
Yeah.
Is like helping those in need.
You're a young black man who appeared out of nowhere. You think we wouldn't help you?
Kujakis goes, what is black?
But do you really want to give cash a debt over you?
2 debts.
2 debts.
Two.
It would be really funny to have us both having debts over each other.
Look, it'd be great.
Yeah. Okay. Hello, Kofi.
No.
All right. So, Kujakus, you owe Kofi 2 debts. Kofi, you have 2 debts over Kujakus.
All I wanted.
Let's see how long it saves you.
Screaming. All right. Beautiful. Your next one is someone that has connected you with others who oppose your enemy here in the city. Wait, did I read that right? Someone's connected you with others who oppose your enemy here in the city. Yeah, I did. I just didn't comprehend.
Yeah.
You owe them a debt. So who has connected you?
I feel like either Alia or Ezra makes sense for this. I already have connections with Ezra. Because both of them are investigative. I'll say Alia.
For the housing thing, or no?
No, someone's connected you with others who oppose your enemy here in the city. So essentially, you put me in contact with people that work against the people I'm after.
Okay.
So you owe Alia.
You put
So
me in
Alia, you take a
contact
bit over
with people
Kujakus.
that work against the people.
You're gonna use that for babysitting, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Kujakus, you owe 1. So you owe Alia.
put
So
me in
Alia, you take a bit
contact
over
with people
Kujakus. Earned a
work
bit over
against the
Kujakus.
people.
You're gonna use that for babysitting, I'm sure.
Yeah. Why does people
Kujakus, you owe 1. So you owe Alia. So Alia, you take a bit over
You're
Kujakus.
everywhere.
Earned a bit over. You know, you're gonna use that for.
I guess.
All right, and your final one. Someone is falling into darkness, and you are determined to save them. They owe you a debt.
So, I'm stuck a little bit between T and Richie here.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to decide who would be the most, like, rebellious. Who is the most likely to hate their story enough to break out of it? I feel like...
I mean, it seems like T is not having a good
From a
time.
certain perspective, T's already tried to break out of her story.
Yeah, I'll say T. Look, we're gonna get you back online, even if that means, like, we have to ask Saga to maybe give you a reprieve.
So, Kujakus, you have a debt over T. T, you owe 1 to Kujakus.
Okay.
We're gonna put that one in. All right. And that's yours, Kujakus. And now we're gonna get to T.
Whoa.
Oh boy.
So, T. You're protecting someone from a dark power, a rival and enemy of your demonic patron. Your charge owes you a debt. So, first of all, who is the enemy to your patron? Let's start there.
I mean...
the enemy of my patron
Yeah, who's the enemy?
is a demon from Legion who goes by the name AIM. Also known as Harborim. They are a demon that likes to set shit on fire. And let's just say
Okay.
escalate situations.
Oh. You know, if I may offer a suggestion for this one.
Oh.
Like, I feel like it could be tied into the thing that, like, what is it? That Alia is getting T to help with in regards to...
Oh, yeah, you did talk about demons.
Yeah, it could be like that demon is the one that, you know, we're having to deal with. And, like, it's not only targeting my family, it's also targeting me, maybe. And that's why you had to protect me.
Oh. Nice interwoven story.
Yeah.
I can see that.
I think that also mean I owe you 2 debts, right?
Yeah.
which is fun.
That's
I don't
okay.
have
Which means now you're 3 deep with tea, I believe, right?
Am I? Would that be
No,
my
they
3D?
only owe me one debt.
Yeah.
Well, now she owes you. Oh wait, is it just 1 debt for that one?
Yeah,
Oh
pretty
yes,
sure.
it's just 1. I'm sorry, I don't know why I
debt
said
because you're blackmailing me, and I have a debt because I'm protecting you.
Yeah.
So she blackmailed you and you protect her for it. Something's never
So
changed.
I owe you 2 debts for that.
So, the next one is. Oh god. Someone is trying to save you from damnation and keep suffering for it.
So who wants to
That's
save
why
my
they
soul?
care when no one else.
So, Kujakis, do you want to save my soul even harder, or does someone else want to try to save my soul?
Hmm.
Oh, and
I-
there's
I
also
guess-
Ezra, your old friend. Too.
Yeah, I was gonna say it depends, like, on I think your interpretation of this because it's your playbook.
Yeah.
Like, how would you view the damnation? Like, is it because you're aligned with a demon, which I think would be more in line with like Ezra?
Yeah, I'd
Or-
say probably that.
It would seem like Kujakus is more so trying to save you from the falling darkness, because the falling darkness Kujakus could probably think like, oh no, she's just losing her passion in her story. I don't want that.
Yeah, like to Kajakas, being a part of like a demonic pact is like, yeah, that's great. That's conflict.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wants you to feel.
Would you be good with Ezra, Marcus?
I would indeed.
Okay.
Y'all were friends back then. He's still trying to protect you. Let's go.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
now you both owe each other as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So
So Ezra gets a debt over T. T owes a debt to Ezra. A little exchange there. All right.
Wait. So
oh.
for the so for the one with Kujakis, is that I owe him or he owes me? I don't remember.
You
Uh,
owe him, I believe.
Yeah, you owe
Okay.
me because I'm trying to
Yeah, I figured.
essentially
Damn, I
save
have
you
two
somehow.
separate people that I owe because they're trying to help me.
And you're an addict, so it all works out, doesn't it?
Uh-huh.
T
That's
goes,
why
you know, it's evil to help somebody who doesn't want it.
Yeah, the best part is we're trying to help you in 2 completely different ways.
Yeah, one's trying to push you into being a demon, and one trying to save you from demons.
yeah.
So the last one you have here, T. You hurt or killed someone's good friend or ally on your demonic patron's orders. You owe them a debt.
It would have been really funny to save Ezra for this one, so they both kill.
Oh.
Wait. Wait.
Who would Mephistopheles target? Like try to kill the friend of?
Yeah, friend or ally. I guess it doesn't need to necessarily.
Oh, yeah.
And this would also be notable because killing or harming isn't generally something that T is supposed to do.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this might be extreme, like an
So,
extreme
This would be
situation.
Mephistopheles is like, you're going to
There are
do
no
this.
other
And
options.
T's like, that's not our deal, and Mephistopheles said, I don't care. You're going to do this.
I don't kill people. Tough shit.
Oh,
I'd
That's
be
not-
willing for you to kill one of my people in my arcane network.
no. Someone who's no longer with us. Rest in peace.
Yeah, your arcade network get fucked with so much.
Okay, yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
Yeah, I
So
can.
that means
I'll put up John Qureshi to be axed.
R.I.P. So Richie, you have a debt over T. T, you owe 1 to Richie.
Okay.
I think that's all the starting playbook debts. I do have so there are some people, I think only one of you has a thing where you owe a debt to an NPC at the start, before we go into the next part. And I believe that's T, you owe your dark patron 3 debts, right?
Yep, which I already put in.
Make sure I put that one in there for myself. writing the name Mephistopheles has just become muscle memory. I don't even think about the letters anymore. It just goes on the page. That's a debt. It's gonna be over for you fuckers when Mammon shows up.
That's a debt.
Yeah. So there you go. Yes. Now, the fun's not over because there's more fun to be had.
Yeah.
Ava, if you kindly show us the map, the Aesop Harbor map.
Of course.
Sure, jackass.
That's Mick Bench to you,
Huh?
Of course.
Master of the
Bench.
Ceremonies Bench.
Yes, McBench Supreme.
Welcome to Aesop Harbor. Yay! Welcome back. Aesop Harbor is divided into 4 different sections. We have downtown Aesop, the Market Street area, New Alexandria University, and the International District. All of them filled with their own drama, foolishness, shenanigans, and horrors. And you have a hub selection in second edition to kind of anchor characters together and all their resources and whatnot. And the hub selection for this group, a drum roll please everyone. Oh, no, we don't have a drum roll.
Give me a second. I have something.
You have a do you have a are you gonna get the fucking kazoo?
No.
Oh.
I have this.
That was terrifying. What was that? Okay, there we go. So, our hub is New Alexandria University! Yay! And now I'm going to show all the locations in it. Hooray!
Yippee,
Hooray!
yippee.
Layer that to the ta-da! Look at And now we have all these areas. Yeah, look at all those things.
Oh,
Hooray!
the background's white all of a sudden.
Ew, why did it do that? Oh, it does that something. You gotta refresh it now. Oh, darn. Don't worry about that. We'll get to that later. Let's talk about New Alexandria. So, the university is ancient and full of knowledge. Knowledge really is power, but that power means nothing when everyone has access to it. The power circle keeps a close watch over who knows what and has access to where. Learning comes at a cost, and I'm not just talking about student loans. Sacrifices must be made to attain such gifts. Debts must be taken, and repayment is never painless. So, yay! Welcome to New Alexandria, everybody.
We're here.
Rules all.
So we're going to get into a little thing. So there are residents in New Alexandria. There are 8 people, 2 from each circle. That some are affiliated with factions, some are not. I'm going to run through them real quickly. And you guys all get a little chance to pick one and take a debt over them, and then tell me why they owe you.
I did already. I called dibs.
Well, let me read the categories, Ash. Jeez.
No, I'm
So, first up, I'm going to show them off to the screen. We have Little Miss Victoria Lane. Yay! A gossipy sorority girl with the favor of a goddess. What goddess? Don't worry about it. We also have DJ Psychopalm.
Yay!
Hiko Yamada. She is an EDM musician who hosts underground raves that create out-of-body experiences. We have jumping over to the wild circle. Who's next on this list here? We have Mustang. Hooray! Yeah, it's Mustang, everybody.
I got the Mustang. I know.
Mustang, a drug dealer who supplies the student body with exotic and experimental substances. You take this shit, your head's gonna grow back in a day. They're that person.
Guaranteed.
Guaranteed. We also have Kiana Park. Yay! A social influencer who sold her soul to a demon to quench her thirst for fame. Jumping up to the Mortalis folks, these nerds. Or wait, no, yeah, Mortalis. That's who they are.
I mean, nerds, yes.
The nerds. We have Dr. Farouk Omar. Hooray!
God, every time I hear that name, every fucking time I hear that name, I think of a different.
He is a university professor infatuated with forbidden knowledge. we also have a local hacker. We have a man only known as, Balthazar, who is a chronically online conspiracy theorist with a knack for hacking.
A napping, you could say.
A hack for
A
knacking?
knacking, yes. And finally, we have the Night Circle, which none of the player characters are in, so this will be a delicious place to be. We have Reed Crawford, who is a star athlete who outshines his peers by being an absolute beast on the field.
Showing off the washboard abs there.
Yeah, he's a fuckboy. And last but not least, we have Sam Dillerman, the Greek Rose slasher, a long-dead spree killer behind a series of murders in the 2010s. Welcome to New Alexandria, everybody. So, we can do a free-for-all. We can go around the table again and see.
Already got mine, my boy.
Okay, I guess we're going to do that. Oh my god. You get what the hell?
Damn.
You guys couldn't wait a week.
No.
Nope. Where's that sheet?
It's in the Aesop Harbor City Hubs. It should be in.
Yeah, look in City Hubs and it should be under in-game resources, I believe, for us.
Yeah.
The city guide.
Oh wait, no, it's in city. It's in Docs and Trackers. City Hubs. City Hubs.
There
City.
we go.
There you go.
Oh yeah, there it is.
And then scroll down to New Alexandria sections.
Yeah.
So,
Page 5 in the PDF.
everybody picks one. No gaps, no overlaps. Who wants to go first?
I got the Greek Rose slasher.
Okay. Why does he owe you?
He killed me, so I had to kill him back, but he owes me for it.
You killed the Greek Low Slasher?
Yeah, he killed me.
My gosh.
Only reason he's still around is because I allowed him to do, so he owed me. I think I could have banished his oath to hell.
You just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time, huh?
Yeah, I wasn't. He caught me lacking. Like this this motherfucker caught me lacking, and it didn't happen again. I found him, and I ended him.
And now he's a ghost. Great.
Yeah, I allowed him to be a ghost.
Who's got one?
I have one.
Okay, Kujakas, who do you got?
I've got DJ Psychopomp.
Oh, okay. Why does DJ Psychopomp owe you?
So obviously she deals with a lot of like audio equipment, and I may have helped her fix it at one point, but in doing so, kind of subtly connected it to Saga. And so now, when she's blasting the music, the kind of visions that people get almost give them like divining insight into their story, which has made her even more popular.
Oh my gosh. Okay. And who else has got one?
It would be me.
All right, Richie, what have you stolen here?
Why do you keep saying stolen? I haven't stolen anything.
Sure. What about an engagement ring?
Well, no, it says he scammed someone. That
Oh,
doesn't
you
mean he
scammed
stole
it. Yeah,
it.
very
That
different.
was that was freely given.
Yeah, you just tricked him.
Yeah,
Yeah, you never steal, you just scam.
Yeah.
yeah. It's two different things. Get it right.
Yeah.
Look in the dictionary. 2 different words, completely different places.
what resident have you chosen to owe you, Richie?
Oh, Dr. Omar.
Oh. And why does Dr. Omar owe you?
Well, he's been looking for forbidden knowledge, and I've been drip feeding it to him for a little while now. He's a good continuous source of income.
Ah,
Give him little sips.
just a little bit, not too much.
A sprinkle of demonic possession there, a little elder gods here. It's all fun.
All right, so, Alia and Ezra, that leaves you youngins to pick. Mind this takes the DJ, the doctor, and the killer off the table.
Dang, my choices were going to be people from someone from that selection, so we can't.
Oh
pick
no!
those.
Now, who are you looking at, Maya?
I was looking at Dr. Omar, but someone already took him.
I mean, I think Balthazar would be great for you too, given he's
true, yeah.
He's got the info access.
Oh yeah, a little hacktivist.
Yeah, you know what? I think Balthazar is a good one for Alia.
Okay. I remember how to spell his leet speaking ass name
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking awful.
that I created. Why did I do this to myself?
Oh god, now I
All
have to
right.
talk to someone.
So yeah, why does Balthazar owe you?
Question?
Oh, maybe you gave him a heads
I
up
feel like
about
probably,
someone
like- What?
maybe you gave him a heads up about someone like trying to track him down.
Maybe. Or maybe I kind of like, helped give him access to like, kind of news archives and things like that for his purposes.
Oh, like he gave us like, I need you to
Please
this
for me.
somewhere.
Yeah, because like I feel like, you know, like they like this fucking footage and shit they have on the news, they keep that shit under lock and key, you know, but like she's like, I could just give him a little access.
Give him access to
Save him the
restricted
trouble
servers.
of having to hack into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Balthazar isn't the kind of person who acts directly. He sends people to do it.
Yeah, yeah.
He has people who have people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And Ezra and team, what residents are you guys gonna pick from? So on the table we have Reed Crawford, Victoria Lane, Kiana Park, and Mustang.
Did you have anyone in mind, Marcus?
I mean, I did have DJ Supple.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. I mean, I have a feeling I know who you're going. Let's see. I think we'll go with Reed Crawford.
Reed Crawford, the star athlete. And why does he owe you, Ezra?
While Ezra wasn't exactly, he wasn't a part of any sports teams. I mean, he was on the chess club, which some would say is a sports team in its own right. But he never played foosball. That doesn't mean he can't give any tips on how to better train the physical body.
Okay. You help the guy with training. Oh, whatever. By whatever context that means.
Yeah. Or gym buddies.
Okay.
And last but not least, T.
That did take out one of the people I was more leaning towards.
Oh,
I was
I'm
gonna
sorry.
go with it's alright. I was just gonna say that I've been slipping him demonic steroids. But I guess that's not happening.
Yeah.
So there is the drug dealer, but I don't know if they'd be owing me as much as I'd be owing them.
Yeah. You don't want to start a relationship with another drug dealer. Ezra might kill them.
Yeah, last time I tried to be friends with a drug dealer, Ezra killed them. So like, jackass.
Look, he was selling that Odin. We tell you.
You're singing that Moonin and Hugin.
Look, you cannot be selling Hydra out here to motherfuckers because they be cutting heads off in
I'm
public.
going to cancel every campaign, including this one, because I hate it here. So yeah, your options have been have come down to Kiana Park, Victoria Lane, Mustang. I think that's it.
2 women and a guy.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Actually, it would be really funny for like if they are slinging Odin to say for the code to get it to be like, hey, want to go to H&M?
I
feel like there's a reference here that I'm not getting.
Hugin and Moon and his ravens.
Yeah, his ravens.
Oh,
Oh.
And then H&M the store, so you can use it as a cover.
You got that Mimir. You're gonna know everything, bitch.
Send you straight to Ragnarok.
Ragnarok's not weed, that's a different type of cocaine.
yeah.
Yeah,
Ragnarok.
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 Ragnarok. So yeah, who you leaning toward from the remaining scraps? Called the Raven.
Honestly, the one that's standing out to me the most is Kiana Park.
Oh, the influencer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because you know what?
Birds of a feather.
Yeah, she'll understand you better than anyone else will.
Yeah.
I sold my soul to get out of my shitty, awful town. She sold her soul to
You
get
sold it.
famous on TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah, you sold your soul to get out of a town. She sold her soul to get out of obscurity.
You know, what's that time?
Everyone fights their own battles, I guess.
I guess.
So why does Kiana owe you?
There were a bunch of really stupid ideas that passed through my head.
Yeah.
No idea is too stupid for us.
What foolishness.
I don't know what I should say.
What soulless demon girl shit did you two get into? Oh, it's definitely probably like some kind of stupid influencer stunt. What if you pretended to be homeless so she could look like she was helping you?
Yeah.
Yeah. You helped her with an apology video.
She's just like, how the fuck do you want that?
Just keep looking like what you're looking like, and it's perfect.
Yeah, just keep looking like a rundown homeless person.
I let her. I let her use my dorm room for some shoots, so that she can give off a certain like.
Oh, like the humble vibe.
Yeah. Does that work?
Yeah. God. What a nightmare of people you've all become.
Yeah.
I'm a good guy. I don't know what I'm talking about.
So there we go. And let's see. So that's our resident debts. The last thing, in each hub, which are the Alexandria, the relationships that you guys form, because you all have you've been in the city for at least a significant amount of time and long enough to be familiar with each other, to have formed some kind of relationship with each other. And we're gonna move over to the relationship chart here, which I put on the 25th for you to see.
I did not think about this at all.
Yeah, this is gonna be a messy one. So everyone is going to pick a relationship. Everyone gets to steal one, and then you're going to assign that blank to somebody else. You only have to do one. Okay. So I'm gonna read out the relationships. So the first one is, you mentor blank. What trouble do they always seem to get into? You routinely interacted with blank via online forums. What made you two decide to meet in person for the first time?
Made you two decided to meet in person for the first
Fuck,
time.
god damn it. You were recently a member of a social group with blank. Why did both of you end up leaving? A close friend of yours is taking classes at the university. Why did blank threaten to expose your secrets to them? One of your friends disappeared last year, but blank revealed they have been murdered and reanimated. Why do you believe they chose to help you? You often collaborate with blank, and it always felt like a joint effort. What major decision did they make without consulting you? Blank always goes to the craziest parties. How did the two of you manage to ruin the last one? A demon collection agent was hot on your trail until blank got them off your back. What tactic did they pull to save your skin and soul? So, everyone, give it a little once over and think about what you want to take and who you want to assign it to. These are not debt related. These are just kind of like, they kind of give more history of what your life with another character has been like in the city.
Who are you more close to in this city?
Yeah. Or further away from.
Yeah.
Which
This is very hard.
Yeah, I did have one in mind, but now one of my debt relationships is already with that character, so I feel like I don't want to double dip.
Yeah.
There you go.
Thank you.
What? It's what I'm for.
You're a godsend. Yeah, this is possibly the hardest part of session 0.
I had an idea.
Oh yeah? What do you got?
Because this person's bugging me all year for hidden information. They have to help me with something.
Yeah.
So you often collaborate with Alia. Alia. There we go. Yeah, you often collaborate with Alia, and it always felt like a joint effort. What major decision did they make without you?
Yeah, what did Alia do without you?
Here's the thing: she's an investigative journalist, and she.
It could be some
you
for like investigation stuff. That
sweet.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
or
it could be that that Alia went into investigating some things about Kofi's past that he didn't want her to do that.
Yeah, she posted like an article about maybe she didn't name Kofi specifically, but talking about a warrior.
Oh yeah, maybe it's something about one of his past lives,
or even just other immortals in his employ.
Yeah.
She basically put some information out that we didn't talk about that I didn't like.
Yeah.
That's my idea of how we were close.
All right. She always.
How would we have started collaborating? I'm interested in that. Would that be when she started asking him shit? I guess.
Yeah. When you started asking me shit, and I say, you know what, I can't be doing this for free.
Yeah, fair. And she's like, you know what, fair enough.
You can help me with some things. I'll give you more information. Just certain things, don't fucking tell to the rest of the world.
Yeah, and then she went ahead and did it anyway. How about I do anyway?
Who else has got one that they think they like?
So these relationships are going to be with other player characters?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I thought it was with... Okay, I gotta think more on this then. Really not.
I do kind of like the idea of Kujakas bringing people to parties and then them turning into raiders.
Both of them.
Oh god.
It.
Yeah, it's passion.
I mean, the only people I don't have a debt connection with right now it's just Richie.
Yep.
Really funny.
I think I have a dead connection with everyone on the team so far.
Bring Richie to college parties and just they always end with cops showing up.
I love that.
Oh my god.
It's Richie's way. I don't want to go. Well, you tell me anyway.
Yeah, it's like the cool old man at the college party.
Yeah, that's actually correct.
I love that.
And the second part is, how did you manage to ruin the last one? Which usually, things get a little crazy, but it usually goes smooth. What went wrong? Why did the cops show up this time?
Yeah.
Oh, do you think? Okay, do you think maybe like the reason Kujakis can bring Richie is just like, listen, your story leads here. You're gonna find something you want, but you should come anyway. But then it turned like Kujakis did not read into that story well enough, and it turned out to be like some kind of amplifier, like an emotional amplifier.
Oh no.
So Kujakis shows up, Richie finds the artifact, and then, hell ensues.
God.
Well, this certainly seems to have some adverse effects.
Turned to a fraternity-sized mosh pit.
In the background, Kujakis throwing full kegs around and just cheering.
That's great. God. Alright, who else has got one? So that's Kujakis and Kofi squared away.
Alright, I think I have an idea for one.
What do you got?
Since I was looking at the you sometimes mentor blank, which probably always seem to get into, because I'm already kind of helping Ezra out with learning how to be normal, I guess, or learning about the normal world.
You're teaching him how to be human again.
Yeah, so I feel like that could make sense for sometimes mentor Ezra, and I feel
Wow, your daughter is
kind of self-explanatory.
This is hilarious. You spend more time with this random white boy than you do with your own daughter.
God.
This random 20-something.
Yeah, I think it's just Alia is the kind of conversations that Alia has with 20-somethings is more her speed than talking to a 14-year-old.
My God.
Yeah.
That takes out this one.
I forgot. Zara doesn't really know about any supernatural stuff, and Alia right now, for the sake of Zara's safety, is rather try not to get her involved with it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a I'll tell you when you're older kind of thing.
Oh my God.
Yeah. That's a good excuse.
She's like, I don't need to teach you about being human. You are. Get away
she's
from
probably not
me.
telling Romero much either, so. They can watch her show on the night news if they tune into it, but I don't think they do.
Or if they even understand it.
Yeah, exactly.
My mom's a creative writer on the Eric Andre show or something.
Yeah.
All right. So, Richie T. Ezra, you guys are left to pick.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, sure are.
I don't know if either of you would want to take it, but if anyone wants a relationship connection to T, I feel like the easiest thing would be getting a demon collection agent off the trail, considering that T is, in the same faction as the demon collection agents.
Yeah.
That is fair. That is very fair. Your demon collection agents have already gone after one of my arcane networks, so it'd be great if you could back your boys off.
Yeah, one of
Is that-
one of the demonic collection agents. That definitely wasn't me. Yeah, we could do that one.
Right. So, Richie, that's Richie's relationship.
Yep.
He got a donut collection of agent off of him.
Let's see how much. Okay, I am connected to that man.
Yeah, debt-wise, I checked. Debt-wise, I don't have any holes to fill.
Yeah.
Oh, the Hazelwood kids.
which is so popular.
Yeah.
Something that I think would be very fucking funny.
Yeah.
T and Ezra interacting with each other on the online forums. Neither of them
Oh.
know who the other person is. And
Oh,
they go
no.
in
That would
and they see
be
it's each other.
so fucking.
And then T's just like,
I
God
never do.
damn it, and then she just leaves.
It's always fucking you.
What
How
the
they
fuck?
found out.
I don't know if I want to go with that one, but I think conceptually that's funny.
It's very funny.
You're recently a member of a social group. With the, you both joined the chess club.
Like, oh, they have a chess club here. This isn't what I wanted.
This isn't nearly what I want.
We join it's an actual chess club.
Honestly,
I don't even
in the
like
line of
checkers.
these, there are two things that involve friendship. And it'd be funny for T to connect it to like, well, I lost another friend again.
So my thing is
Thank
that
Marvel.
he has been here for less than a year.
Yeah.
So I don't know if she could say like, I had a friend that disappeared last year.
Oh, wait. You have a friend this year. Turns out they did disappear last year. You've been talking to a zombie.
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
That's actually a great interpretation of it, Cam. That's hilarious. It's like, you mean them? They've been dead for a year. It's like, what?
Who would want to reveal to T that the person they were trying to become friends with is actually a zombie?
Bitch, that's a zombie.
I mean, do you have any connection to Alia yet?
She's blackmailing me to investigate Legion.
I know we
If
are.
anyone knows
And I've
who's
been
dead, it's
helping
Alia.
keep them not killing her.
Oh, I guess. I mean, well, we do already have a connection as well.
Yeah, like I said, I have a connection with I have at least one connection with everybody, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I could see Kujakus revealing this mostly as just like their story is already ended. They shouldn't be interfering in this.
No.
What do you mean? They're
Shouldn't
dead.
be here. Don't even go here.
Sure,
That's
let's go with
hilarious.
that. Let's go with that one. Kujakus is just like, you shouldn't hang out with them. Why?
They're a bad influence.
They're dead.
Mhm.
They're a bad influence. I'm a drug addict. I'm a demonic drug addict. I feel like of the two of us, I'm the worst influence.
The story goes nowhere. You need to go back to the demons now.
Yeah.
I just love the idea of Tia so desperate for a relationship with someone, just some kind of friendship, that she accidentally befriends a zombie.
I think so far, based on what we've been building, T's been trying to make friends, but her friends keep up either being like weird fucking like zombies or they get murdered.
They get turned into something that's almost a zombie.
Yeah.
Oh, and why do you believe Kujakus chose to help? Not
Yeah.
why he did. Why do
Why do you
think
believe he helped
did?
you? Yeah. Welcome back, Dan.
Welcome back, Dan.
We're just still deciding on one?
No, I picked. I picked.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just
I had
doing
a
the
friend
clearing
who
up.
turned out to be a zombie, and then that Kujakus revealed this information to me.
Okay.
I think he chose to reveal it to me to fuck with me.
Perfect.
That's what.
And last but not least, Ezra, you were the last one to pick a relationship.
Alright.
You can interact with someone via forums. You can say you're part of a social group with someone, or
Someone threatened to
someone's
expose your
threatening to
secrets.
expose your secrets to a friend of yours in class.
I think. I do think it would be very very funny, but also sad to have T and Ezra interact on online forums, not knowing it was the other, and then they decide to meet up, and it's just, oh.
Oh no, that'd be.
Just get annoyed and instantly leave whatever place they were meeting.
Oh, they became online friends. They met in person. He's like, well, it never fucking worked out.
Yeah, another fucking friend that T is losing because it's like the potential friend of like, wow, someone that understands. Wow, they've been through so much that's very similar to something I've been through. They really understand me. And then me, I'm like, fuck.
God damn it! God damn it! It's you. Fuck off.
He's like, hi, T.
And then the dawning realization of, wait a minute.
Leave me alone.
Wait a minute, you can't be here.
That?
Yes!
Oh. And that being the fucking first time that they actually realize
that they're in the city again.
That they're in the city at the same time. I like that.
That's
my god. Well, I believe that brings us to the end of things here, everyone.
And
that is the end of our
the
session.
campaign. It was a good time.
Yep.
Everything is over. No one ever does anything else. Dies. Yeah. Welcome back to Aesop Harbor, everybody.
Yay.
Cannot wait.
We did it! Hooray!
Yay!
So, yes, this campaign will be taking place across the fall season. A new school year for everybody. Well, that's in school at least.
Homecoming.
Homecoming. But yeah, join us next time, ideally next week, for session 1 of Aesop Harbor, Equinox.
Take a bet on who's the first to die.
Streaming. Who will mark corruption? Who will take harm? Will I die laughing? Yes.
Yeah,
also,
if something.
if any of you do make a bet on who dies, let me know, get me involved, and I will make it happen.
Hey, yeah, I think I can't do that.
This is insider trading.
Yeah! I don't see it in the rules anywhere.
There's no in the rules that you can't kill a PC. Well, that's that on that, everybody. Until next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, I'm gonna kill Kofi so many times.
Yeah.
To the street.
Kill everyone.
Yeah, you're not.
Urban Streetos in this economy?
Fuck. Oh well.
Oh, you ended the thing anyway.
I accidentally hit Ed's stream instead of muting us on the streams.
Oh,
that's okay.
Amazing. Smooth session 0, everyone. We did it.
Hell
Yeah. It ended up being around the same time.
Yeah.
Well,
it did it
shorter
at the right
because
time.
we started later, but we ended at the time we usually do.